Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Was Betrayed by Everyone and Joined Army of Hades movie. Before we start, please go support Christopher Jair for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. After a great fight with the Triexa, Issei is discarded by the factions. He was tortured and insulted. Issei lost all his pride. He lost his loved ones and his father betrayed him. But his mother died just to defend her son. But he will have a new opportunity through Hades. Prologue. In a damp and dark cell we can see a brown-haired boy with a lifeless look while drops fell from the ceiling of the cell. The door slowly opened, and a red-haired boy. Serzex, it's time for you to get out, trash. Issei just got up and walked straight to the exit. Serzex was in front of Issei. We can see a large room where all the factions were, yokai, demons, fallen, angels and Asgardians. Serzex. Hayade Issei, how do you defend yourself before the factions since no one from the factions wants to protect you? Your services are no longer useful, how can I help you? Issei. I don't care, just say my death since I'm of no use to you, right? I was just a pawn, how did you reincarnate me? Seraphal. You don't want to defend yourself to continue your services to the factions. I think it's time for you to rest. And the truth is that you were just a pawn that is no longer useful to us. Rias, I'm finally free from a damn pervert and I can be with Isaac-kun. Akeno, Rias wants to be alone with Isaac-kun. Issei was just looking at that with his empty gaze. Azazel, well, let's throw away this garbage. Miguel, well, Azazel, he's no longer useful anyway. Odin, you were a great warrior boy, but you are no longer useful. All the factions kept talking about Issei, how he could still be useful and how he is no longer useful. In the end, all the factions came to a conclusion that Issei had to die. Issei's father appeared but only threw away a memory of his mother, that memory of how she protected her from the factions. Serzex, hi Mr. Haidu, you came to see how your son is going to die. Father, he was never my son, he was just a disgrace like his mother. Serzex, ha, you're right, her mother was a dog. Serzex couldn't finish as Issei released some of his demonic power and said, Issei, if you talk about my mother I'll kill you. Serzex, ha, what can you do, a useless person like you no longer have the Red Emperor, he abandoned you for Isaac, a better bearer. Issei broke his chains and at great speed he gave a great blow to Serzex, which left the factions a little surprised since they thought that Issei no longer had any more strength. Issei gave another blow and finished with the dragon shot as Azazel stuck a spear of light into him. Issei only fell to the ground with a hole in his chest. Serzex, damn! Serzex launched a destructive wing attack at him. Seraphal, it's time Serzex to end this garbage. Sona, in the end your life ends as it began. All factions voted for a powerful attack, but something surprised them. Issei had a small dark aura that made the brown-haired boy survive the attacks. Azazel, wow, he still has some strength, well, he's no good anymore. All the factions stood up and approached Issei. They all created a sword with their energy. They all stabbed Issei with their swords, which caused the brown-haired boy to be more injured. Seraphal, well, Azazel, you can create a transportation circle and vote it in a random place, maybe someone can look for it. Serzex, I don't think so, no one is looking for Issei, but it would be better to be safe than sorry. Azazel, well then trash. Azazel created a transportation circle and voted for the chestnut. The chestnut tree appeared in a field of roses where its blood made the white roses red. Issei, Reincarnation was right because I trusted demons, I was just a pawn to die for them, but I was discarded, and the worst thing is that I could not thank my mother because she always defended me. How I miss you, mother, I'm sorry if I could not defend you. Issei heard a voice telling him, you want a new life, boy. Issei, who are you? Voice, I introduce myself, I am one of the gods of King Hades, my name is Thanatos, the god of death. Issei, Hades is not one of the gods of Olympus. Thanatos, yes boy, I can give you a new life if you swear loyalty to King Hades. Issei was left thinking about everything he had experienced, and remembered something. King Hades never betrayed his soldiers, Issei said with an almost dead voice. Issei, I accept, I swear allegiance to Lord Hades. Thanatos, very well, boy. Thanatos healed Issei and took him to Hades. Hades, why have you come, Thanatos? Thanatos, Mr. Hades, I want to inform you that I have found a new spectre. His name is Issei, sir. Hades, so Issei, right? Issei, yes, sir, Hades. Hades, I see that you are a boy who has already fought, according to what Thanatos told me. Issei, yes, Lord Hades, I have fought before, but now I will fight only for you, Lord Hades. Hades, okay, Thanatos, I want you to train him. I'm going to create armor for my new soldier and inform all the specters that they already have a new companion. Thanatos, yes, Lord Hades. Thanatos, he left the place and went away. Thanatos, well, Issei, I'm going to leave you with a judge from the underworld to train you. Issei, yes. Thanatos, where is Rhadamanthus? Rhadamanthus, yes, sir, my name is. Thanatos, yes, Rhadamanthus, I want you to train this boy since he is a new spectre. Rhadamanthus, yes, Mr. Thanatos, I am going to train this boy with the other judges, but how many years, Mr. Thanatos? Thanatos, 10 years I will take charge of it with my brother, the last 3 years I leave it in your hands. Rhadamanthus, yes, Sir Thanatos. When Thanatos left, Rhadamanthus saw the boy and said, Rhadamanthus, okay boy, first I want to see your strength and endurance. I want you to fight with me. Issei, yes, Sir Rhadamanthus. Issei got into a combat stance and attacked Rhadamanthus. When Issei struck, he did nothing to Rhadamanthus and broke his hand. Issei, ha ha ha, my hand. Rhadamanthus, I see that you are very weak, boy. I haven't even hit you and you already have a broken hand. I think it will be hard work, but in the end you will be strong. Well, rest for today. Tomorrow I will train you, and believe me, don't you want to and imagine the training? Issei, Lord Rhadamanthus, today I am going to train. It does not matter if I have a broken hand in a battle. I must give my all, and I am new to Hades' army. But if I appeal for Lord Hades, I must give my all. Rhadamanthus just smiled because the new one really had a fighting spirit, and that Lord Hades was really going to be proud. Chapter 1 Meeting. A few years passed where Issei became very strong to the point of reaching the power of a judge of the underworld. His training was very hard to the point that his teachers made his bones break. Hypnos and Thanatos gave him worse training, but thanks to that he had the level of the judges of the underworld. When Issei finished his training, he met Pandora. At first they were very enemies, but over time they had a relationship to the point that the two became boyfriends. Issei was very good friends with the specters and also had almost an armor since he only wanted a sword and nothing more, but it was also a surprise since Issei looked like his Lord Hades, but we can still see Brown that was fighting with the judges of the underworld. Rhadamanthus, come on Issei, that's all you can do. Minus, we have trained you very hard, but it seems that you have not learned anything. Issei, never get distracted. Issei gave a strong blow to Minus, and with a quick speed he gave a strong kick to Rhadamanthus, but he said, Rhadamanthus, shockwave. When he said that, Rhadamanthus Issei flew out, but Minus gave Issei a big blow, which made Issei fall to the ground. Thanatos, stop Issei, you have improved a lot without your sword. Now you can fight faster, but you are lacking. Well, rest, because tomorrow I want Rhadamanthus and Minus to accompany me since we have a meeting of the factions and Athena will be there. Issei, I can accompany you. Hypnos, Issei, you can't because it will remind you of your past, and you are very violent, and you will fight with a gold saint. Issei, please Hypnos-sama. Thanatos, okay Issei, but I just want you to behave. Hypnos, you're crazy, but arguing with you would be a waste of time. I'd better take Pandora to control Issei. I'm going to report this to Mr. Hades. Issei, well, when I arrive I will appeal. Thanatos, Issei, please. Issei, okay. After a while we can see Issei with Pandora and Rhadamanthus and Minus, who were waiting for Thanatos, Hypnos and Hades. Pandora, I hope Issei that you behave since it is an important meeting. Issei, yes, Pandora-san. Pandora, I hope so. Hades, okay, Issei, let's go. After a few hours, Hades and his companions arrived at the meeting of the factions where Athena and her knights appeared. Hades and Athena stared at each other for a few seconds and then sat down. Issei was outside with Pandora. Some gold saints were also outside talking to each other, but they looked at Issei for a while and wondered if he was a specter since they didn't see his armor. A saint approached Issei and said, Santo, hey boy, you're a ghost. Issei, yes, but who are you? Santo, but you don't look like it, and my name is Saito. Issei, my name is Issei, and yes, I am a ghost, but I am friendly. Saito, you don't look like the other specters, but I see that your Cosmo is dark. Issei, ha ha ha, I really don't seem good, but I am, because how would you give your life for Athena, and I would give my life for my lord Hades. Saito, I see that you are very friendly. Issei and Saito were talking, but the patriarch appeared as Thanatos. Thanatos, Issei, stay away from that saint. Patriarch, get away from that ghost. Saito. Issei and Saito saw each other and went to their elders. The patriarch and Thanatos went inside to inform their gods, but Pandora was already inside and informed Hades. The patriarch informed Athena. Athena, Saito, after this we will have to talk. Hades, Issei, I told you to behave. Issei, but I haven't fought. Hades, just behave. Issei, okay. The meeting was quiet, but an idiot spoke. Isaac, but what do we have here if they are two beautiful ladies? What are their names? Athena, my name is Athena. Pandora, my name is Pandora. Isaac, how about you come with me to have fun? Xerxes, Isaac, you are talking to the goddess Athena and the servant of Lord Hades. Isaac, but what does it matter if I can defeat Hades and even make my dogs Athena and Pandora? Saito, speak with more respect to Miss Athena. Isaac, because if I'm telling the truth I can do my hitch. He couldn't finish because Issei gave Isaac a big blow. Issei, save some trash in the underworld, disrespect is paid with death. Isaac, who are you? Issei, I am one of Lord Hades' soldiers, and you will die for having insulted Lord Hades and for having called Miss Pandora a hitch. Xerxes, Hades, so that your soldier calms down. Hades, what a shame, since he's always been like this and I can't stop him. Saito, Patriarch, I can support you. Patriarch, for the first time I'm going to say that this specter is doing the right thing. Isaac, you will die by my hand, and you will see why I have the power to kill a balance breaker god. Issei took out his sword and said, Issei, come with everything. Isaac lunged at Issei, but Issei just moved to the side and struck Isaac hard and then stabbed him with his sword. Isaac's armor was left with a large cut. Isaac struck Issei again, but Issei didn't move and took the blow. Everyone except Athena and her saints like Hades and his specters thought that Isaac had won, but they all hit the target since Issei wasn't hurt and had no scratches. Issei, you better apologize to the Greek gods if you don't want to die. Issei was increasing his power. Hypnos, stop now, Issei. When all the leaders heard the name, they gave the most in shock. Issei, Mr. Hypnos, it is disrespectful to insult Mr. Hades. You know that in the underworld that is paid for with death. Hypnos, calm down, you're in an important meeting. Issei, I'm sorry Mr. Hades if I overstepped my mark. Hades, calm down Issei, you were defending your girlfriend. Besides, if you don't have more respect for the leaders, I won't open a peace alliance with me and I will kill everyone who is in my territory. Xerxes, sorry Lord Hades, it won't happen again. Saito approached Issei and said, Saito, how about we go outside and talk since these meetings are very stressful? Issei, let's go. The two left but were followed by some guards who wanted to kidnap Issei. Issei, these meetings are really boring, right? Saito, yes Issei, but I appreciate that you put that bastard in his place. I can't stand them insulting Miss Athena. Issei, I understand you, but you noticed it, right? Saito, they are watching us, right? Chapter 2 Problems. Issei, Saito, it seems those demons want trouble, but I want to know what they want with us. Saito, yes, I also want to know what they want with us. Issei stood up and said. Issei, what do you want from us, demons? Demon 1, we will take them to be our slaves since we have great luck. A golden knight and a spectre in our ranks may give a better army for the fallen demons, angels, yokais and Asgardians. They are servants of powerful gods, but if we have their powers, our world can improve and we will be the most powerful beings. Demon 2, then they will come with. He couldn't finish speaking as Issei gave him a big blow to the face. Issei, but I think it would be better if we ended this since these filthy demons disgust me. I'm not going to love them, but if they continue like this, I think it would be better if they died today. Saito, I hope Miss Athena forgives me for what I'm going to do. Aquarius armor, come to me. Issei, okay, my turn, Sword of Souls, come to me. Issei got a glove that held some wings from the glove with the sword while his hair changed to black, something like that. Saito, like the demons, were afraid since they thought it was Hades. Issei, like Hades, are the same with the only difference that Issei has feelings. Issei, those dirty demons are coming. Saito, you look like Hades. Issei-san. Issei, calm down, I won't hurt you. Demon 3, call the fallen Asgardians, yokais and angels. All the supernatural beings were in front of Issei to Saito. Issei, Saito, I want to see how strong a gold knight is, he attacks with everything. Saito, and I want to see how strong a spectre is, let's go all out. Saito and Issei released their cosmos. Issei's was a dark one and Saito's was a golden one. Saito caught the demons and 1 or 2 fallen ones. With his sword, Issei cut down several Asgardians and angels and 1 or 2 yokai. Issei, that's all you have, pathetic. Demon 2, let's attack. All the supernatural beings attacked, but Issei and Saito did not have a single scratch. Saito, diamond dust. When Saito said that, the demons fell frozen. Issei, Soul Eater. When Issei said that, the fallen and yokai fell to the ground dead and only their bones were there, but they were dark, as if they had been dead for years. Issei, now their souls will be suffering in the underworld. Saito, what a terrifying technique. Issei, well, now it's just you left. Issei was looking at a demon who was scared. In the room. Serzex, good, then open an alliance. Azazel, if we have this alliance, we all win. Miguel, aside from any threat, there will always be great support. Hades, but the bad side of the alliance is missing. Athena, and what consequences does the alliance give us and problems? When Serzex was going to speak, the wall broke, showing a wounded demon, Saito with his Aquarius armor and Issei with his glove and his sword, but what surprised everyone was that Issei looked like Hades. Issei, I'm sorry to interrupt your meeting, but I have news, right, Saito? Saito, yes, Issei, Miss Athena, some demons, fallen angels, yokais and Asgardians wanted to kidnap us so that we would be part of their military ranks. Apart from that, they wanted Aquarius golden armor, and they wanted Issei's sword and glove. Serzex, that must be a lie, none of us sent demons or other types of supernatural beings. Issei, sure. Demons 1, it's a lie, you attacked first and killed my companions. Issei, Lord Hades gives permission to use that technique. Hades, let's see what they hide, you can use it. When Hades Ascencio Issei took his sword and stuck it in the demon's chest, everyone was in shock, but when Issei was removing his sword, blood was not coming out, but the demon's soul was coming out. Issei, tell me the truth. When they saw the soul of the demon, they heard a great cry from the soul. Demons 1, yes, it is true, Serzex and the others used a meeting before to be able to keep a golden armor, but when they saw that a spectre was also coming, they also wanted his armor. When Issei heard that, he took out his sword and the demon's soul entered his body, but Issei decapitated the demon, and with a quick speed and BA gave a short to Serzex's neck, but was stopped by Hades. Hades, stop Issei. Issei, Lord Hades, betrayal is paid with death. They betrayed us, they must die. Hades, they are demons, it is their nature to always betray. Athena, I want an explanation now why they wanted to take one of my knights. Serzex, be good. Azazel, I will explain it. A couple of years ago we found Pandora's box that gave us power, But when we opened it, we found more than power, we found evil, an evil that was given to someone, or rather, to Sheba. We betrayed the person. He has the power of the gods, and now he wants to destroy all the kingdoms, the underworld, Olympus, and many more. When Hades and Athena heard that, they got very angry. Hades, do you know what you just did? Athena, it is a great danger that someone opens Pandora's box. Issei, tell me this is a joke. Saito, do you know what they are talking about? Issei, yes, Pandora's box is a box that contains great power to destroy the gods but also has great evil. The first person who opened Pandora's box was called Kratos, a Spartan who killed the god of war, but when he opened it, the evil went straight to Zeus. Kratos, as Zeus had a great battle, Zeus almost died if it weren't for Hades appearing, my lord. Hades escaped from the clutches of death and congratulated Kratos for his great feat, but then Hades said that Zeus had the evil of Pandora's box, that he would lock the box again but that he would hide it. Kratos in the same way wanted to kill Zeus and my lord Hades, but what Hades said was what calmed him was that when he killed Zeus he would still have avoided something that he was missing. Hades said that he was missing his family, a new family he has to have, that he would no longer be the servant of the gods who can even carry the swords of chaos, and it was like that Kratos accepted the deal. Zeus was going to attack him, but Hades stuck his sword and brought out all his evil, and the power of Pandora's box returned again. Saito, you tell me that Spartan was so feared. Issei, yes, but if a god opens Pandora's box it will be a very dangerous fight. Chapter 3 Reunion. Issei, well, what are we going to do now? Since if Shiva opened the box we are in trouble. Hades, now it's time to have a plan, since that god is very strong, capable of reaching the height of a titan. Issei, I'm going outside to breathe fresh air. Issei left the place, but on the way he saw 3 gold saints that he recognized. Issei stopped for a while and just approached the gold knights. The saints noticed and just became serious. Pandora, what is that idiot going to do? Hades, calm down, Pandora. Issei, how long have you been old? The saints were only surprised as in a blur he disappeared and appeared behind 3 knights of gold. They were Doko of Libra, Gemini Saga, and behind the patriarch who was Cheyenne of Aries. Issei, the world is really small, grandparents. The 3 saints recognized the voice. It was a very familiar one. It was that of their beloved grandson Issei. Doko, it's you, Issei-san. Issei, yes, Grandpa. Saga, apparently you are a ghost. Cheyenne, but how are you here? Issei, you guys are the same idiots as always. The other gold saints were surprised since they were the strongest saints, but Saga and Cheyenne were the most serious. Issei, but what's happening? Aren't you going to give me a hug, your grandson, or what? Doko, and what happened to your mother, Issei? Issei just lowered his head and said with a sad tone. Issei, died? Doko, I'm so sorry. Issei, well, they got girlfriends or what? Saga, be good. Issei, they are still saints, right? And I'm not talking about their armor. Shun, we have better things to do. Issei, me too, but look at me. I have a pretty girl who is next to me, and being a specter I was able to get a girlfriend, and you still don't have one. Doko, you're right, but we have to, but the question would be, do we care? Issei, no. They don't care, do they? Doko, you're right, we don't care. Issei, well, it was a nice reunion, but I have to go. Mr. Hades, see you later. By the way, Pandora, I'm just going to leave some flowers somewhere, don't worry. Pandora already knew where she was going. She just gave a smile and Issei left. Issei was walking down the hall and ran into the people he least wanted to see. It was the Citri clan and the Gremry clan. Issei no longer cared and walked past them, but was stopped by a person. Milikas, how long has it been since Issei and I? Issei, what's up guys, why do you have me? Milikas, are you going to greet your masters? Issei, stop bucking around, I have better things to do. Issei was about to leave, but Milikas spoke. Milikas, as always, a person who has no education, it's true, but your mother died, ha ha. Issei just ignored him and Milikas got upset. Milikas, Did you know that she was a hitch who slept with anyone and even with my father? When Milikus said that he felt Issei's aura was that of a specter but a powerful one, Issei in a quick movement gave a strong blow to Milikus which made the wall of the meeting again be destroyed. Surzex, what's up? Graphia, soldiers. All the factions watched as Issei entered slowly but with his Cosmo at its maximum that made them tremble for a while. Surzex, stop Issei. Issei just ignored him. Milikus, but if you remain the same it seems you will never change. Issei was just releasing his Cosmo, but Hades spoke. Hades, Issei, leave him. If you kill him we will have problems, but leave him alone, he is a dirty demon who never had manners. Issei, yes sir Hades, but I hope they don't come back to bother me more, otherwise I don't mind killing him. Issei left the room until he reached a field of flowers almost similar to the illicit fields. He planted the roses he had in his hand near a grave. Issei, forgive me mom if I couldn't visit your grave, but I had some things to do, but I arrived just in time. Every month I will plant a new flower so that this place remains beautiful. Issei took out a bottle of Fino. Issei, he took a little and the rest he sprinkled on his mother's grave and some flowers. Issei, I hope you like the mother wine. Issei got up and went to another field of roses. Issei lay down on the spot but felt the energy of a god. Issei got up and saw a beautiful woman, but she was wearing golden armor that he had never seen in his life. She was carrying a golden staff, but it was shaped like a snake that was biting a red sphere. The woman noticed Issei's presence. She got up and attacked Issei. The brown-haired man dodged the attack. Issei, why are you attacking me? Girl, you are a ghost, you are my enemy. Issei ran out, and the woman is chasing him. Issei didn't want his favorite place where he could talk to his mother. Issei, stop me from attacking you. I don't do anything to you. Woman, if you are a ghost, you have always attacked the sanctuary. The obliging one is that you have come to end my life. Issei ran across to the meeting room, but unfortunately for him the girl grabbed him and threw him against the wall again. Issei broke the wall. Hades. For once Issei stops entering through the wall. Issei, it wasn't Mr. Hades' fault, but a knight of Athena is following me. Saito, but we are all here. I enter through the wall where Issei flew out. Saito, unless she said it with fear. Athena, calm down Lucy. Lucy, but Miss Athena, he is a ghost who came to where I am to end my life. Issei, that's a lie. The truth is that you are a crazy woman who attacked me just for the sake of attacking me. I only came to leave some flowers on a grave, but then I went to another place to rest, and you attacked me. Athena, that's true, Lucy. Lucy, yes, it is true, but that does not explain why you were in the same place where I was. Issei, I went to leave flowers at my mother's grave, in that place leave a flower planted. Lucy, I'm so sorry. Issei, it doesn't matter, but why do you have the aura of a god apart from the fact that I never saw your armor? Lucy, I am the 13th Golden Knight. Issei, it's a joke, right, since I only know 12 gold armors. Hades, in reality Issei had 13 golden armors, but the gods were jealous of him since people worshipped him, but Zeus, Athena and I were able to defend that night, but he died like a warrior and his armor was lost, but I see that they found it again. Athena, apart from Hades he is not our enemy. Lucy, excuse me, Miss Athena. Issei, okay, but I hope you don't attack me again. Lucy, okay. Azazel, now we have to plan a strategy to win this battle. Miguel, the best thing would be for Athena, like Hades, to lend us some knights so that our troops can be in a very good defense. Hades, I will never lend my ghosts. Athena, that will never happen apart from the fact that they wanted to kidnap some of my knights. Chapter 4 Surprise. Hades, well, I have to leave. Athena, me too. The two gods went to their respective kingdoms. Saito, this armor is really heavy. Shun, why don't you put on your armor so it won't weigh as much as you carry it? Saito, I know, but for the first time this is really heavy. Athena, well, Saito, I have a question for you. Saito, what question, Miss Athena? Athena, how is Issei? I was curious since Issei looks like Hades. Saito, well, Miss Athena Issei is a very kind and funny person, but he is always very attentive to anything. Lucy, for me he is still an enemy. Saito, Miss Athena, I have a question. Why didn't Hades attack you or even feel upset that you were in front of me? Athena, well, Saito, Hades apologized a long time ago for his behavior. At first I didn't believe him, but over the years I realized that he really changed. It seems that he realized that he always lost knights who followed him. But I feel in Issei an energy like the old Hades, but I also felt sadness, hatred and resentment. Lucy, Miss Athena, all the specters are like that. Doko, honestly, Issei lost his mother and was betrayed by the factions since he told me that his mother died protecting him, but I feel another energy in Issei, Miss Athena. I also feel a golden cosmo like ours. Athena, I just wonder one thing. Saito, why is the box of your armor emanating energy from a spectrum? Saito, seriously, Miss Athena, now that I think about it, I also feel energy from a specter, but I thought it was my imagination. Lucy, guys, imagine that inside the box is a dead person and out of nowhere he revives as a zombie. Saga, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Zombies don't exist. Shun, it will be funny to see a dead person come back to life out of nowhere. Athena, well, Saito, let's see why the Aquarius armor has a bit of spectral energy. When they opened the Aquarius golden armor box, everyone in fear saw Issei all covered in blood. Lucy, how could one of Lord Hades' knights die? Saito, who was he? He is my friend. But everyone was more afraid when they saw Issei getting up. Issei, that was a great break. Saito, ha, it's a zombie. Saito gave a strong blow to Issei's face. Issei, damn Saito, why are you hitting me? Saito, you are a zombie. Issei, I'm not, I was resting for a while inside the box, but I think I overslept. Lucy, surely you came to kill Miss Athena. Issei, Saito, are you listening to something? I think I hear voices in my head. Lucy, stop ignoring me. Issei, by the way, where am I? Athena, you are in the sanctuary. Issei, I'm so far from the underworld. If Mr. Hades finds out about this, he will kill me, but if Pandora-chan finds out about this, she will surely kill me. Athena-sama, don't tell Mr. Hades about this. Lucy, why are you stained with blood? Issei, it's not blood, it's tomato sauce, as he was bored inside the box. Saito, my armor box is a mess. Issei, well, excuse me, I have to go. When Issei was about to leave, he was stopped by Saito. Saito, you're not leaving until you clean my armor box. Issei, I don't have time, but as a gift take this book, I think you will like it. Saito, I hope the book is good. When Saito opened the book, he blushed at what he saw. Issei, I like the book, right? Saito, it's the best book I can read. Issei, that costs like $5, but I'll give it to you for free. Well, I have to go. Lucy, what book is Saito-san? Let me see. Lucy snatched the book that Issei gave her, and when she saw it, she got very angry. Lucy, why do you give a book to a golden knight? You see the lack of respect that this is? Issei, well, see you later. Issei was running but was caught by Lucy. Lucy, you're not leaving until I say otherwise. Issei, Miss Athena, help me. Athena, I'd better tell Hades to take you. Issei, please help me. After 30 minutes. Issei, Lucy-san, can you let me go now? Lucy, that will never happen until Athena-sama tells me that I set you free. Issei, Lucy-san, I'm starving, feed me. Lucy, here, eat. Issei, how the hell do you think I'll eat if I'm tied up? Lucy, it should be funny that a golden saint gives you food. Issei, Lucy-san, what was your motivation to become a gold knight? Lucy, you wouldn't understand. My motivation was that I always wanted to protect people and also that my family was proud of me. I was always treated like the black sheep of the family. Issei, I understand. Lucy, what can you understand if you are a ghost, a person who has evil? Issei, before I was known as a hero, my mother was always proud of me, but one day it all ended and I was treated like a traitor. My mother died protecting me. I know what it feels like perfectly. Just because I'm a specter doesn't mean I was bad or did harm. I know perfectly well what it feels like. Or maybe it's that I'm already used to this. Lucy, what was your mother's name? Issei. My mother was called Hikari Hayadu. Lucy, your mother must surely be proud to see how you are. Issei, yes, but you feed me. Lucy, consider yourself lucky and open your mouth. Issei, huh? A few minutes passed where Lucy fed him in the mouth. Athena, when are you coming, Hades? Hades, I'd better lend you my spectrum, make it do whatever in the sanctuary, or better yet, how about you keep it? Athena, whenever you say that it's because you want something in return. Hades, I don't want anything in return. In 3 months I'll go for the best one, keep him for a while. Athena, come for your spectrum. Hades, I can't, I have a good job, I'll give it to you, bye. Athena, Hades, listen, Hades, Hades, Hades. Elsewhere. Hypnos, Lord Hades thinks it was a good idea for Athena to stay with Issei-san. D's, yes, Issei can be a great knight, but he is very annoying. With Athena. Issei, Lucy-san, one question, who trained you? Lucy, it was a Gemini saga. Athena, Lucy and Issei-san, I have something to tell you. Issei, I'm leaving now. Athena, Lucy, from this day you will have to be with Issei. Hades left his knight here for a while. Chapter 5, A Learner. Issei, it's a joke, right, Miss Athena? Athena, I'm sorry, Issei, but Hades apparently wants you to have a vacation. Issei, yeah, I have vacation. Athena, the bad thing is that you can't leave the sanctuary's territory. Issei, no. Lucy, Athena-sama, but who will be watching Issei? Athena, I wanted to put Saito to watch him, but then I realized that if I put him clowns. Lucy, then who will be in charge? Athena, as I saw, you two get along very well. Lucy, you'll be the one to watch over Issei, you two are already friends. I saw how you fed him, so it must be that you two get along better than friends. The last thing he said in a whisper to Lucy. Lucy, of course not, Athena-sama only had to eat because she had him tied up. Issei, what are you talking about? Lucy, what do you care? Issei, what's wrong with you? Athena, well, Lucy, I hope you get along well, I have to go now, bye. Athena left, and Issei just stayed looking at Lucy. She was red as a tomato. Issei, are you okay, Lucy-san? Lucy, I promise you that you will be watched by me day and night. You ruined my life. Lucy left angry for the house of the sanctuary. Issei, let him open it in the past. Issei left for the shrine, where he passed by the first house of the shrine, the House of Arts. Issei, well, let's go see Saito-san. Issei, when he climbed a couple of stairs, was stopped by the Ares knight. Boy, stop, you can't go through this house. Issei, why not? Boy, if you want to pass you must face the Golden Knights, it is a tradition of the sanctuary. Issei just stood in front of the knight. Issei, what is your name? Boy, my name is Ares Laden. Issei put on a serious look and said, Issei, it's a pleasure to meet you. After that he grabbed Laden's hand and gave him a strong handshake, and with a smile he said, Issei, okay, Laden, I'm leaving, see you later. Issei just turned around and went down the stairs. Laden, yes, that is strange. Issei just looked at one side of the Ares house and saw a detour. Issei approached and saw that this detour was from all the houses, just a small space that led directly to Asia, the Athena room. Issei did not give it importance, and just walked alongside the houses until he reached the Aquarius house. With Laden. Laden, I'd better talk to the other knights later. I see. Issei, what happened, Saito-san? Saito, how did you get here, Issei? Issei, I just made a small detour and got here. By the way, Saito, I don't understand how you can have so much patience to stand in the same place and being stopped. Saito, it was part of our Issei training. Issei, do you know where I can get wood, Saito? Saito, there is a forest nearby, you can get wood in the forest. Issei, well then I'm leaving. Issei ran straight to the forest. A couple of hours passed, and Issei returned to the aquarium house with a lot of wood. Saito, what are you going to be with all that Issei wood? Issei, well, just look at this. Another couple of hours passed, and Issei made some benches, a table, some chairs with the wood, and with the rest of the wood he made a campfire. Issei took out some pots with water and put the water to boil so that he could cook something. Saito, why are you doing this, Issei? Issei, I'm on vacation and my vacation is at the shrine. I'd better build something, and I think you must be hungry, right? Saito, yes. A couple of hours passed, and it was already 7:30 p.m. Issei and Saito were laughing a lot, and were keeping warm with the heat of the fire. Saito, your food was the best. Issei, I had to learn to cook since Pandora is very bad at cooking. Saito, you are very fast. You built some benches and chairs along with the table. Issei, this is going to be my room on vacation. Saito, I wonder what the other knights think about this. With Layden. Layden, that's right guys, today I ran into that guy. It seemed like he was going to fight, but he didn't. Lights, boys not seen in Issei. Layden, who? Lucy, sorry you don't understand, but he's a boy that I have to keep an eye on. Layden, I think I saw a boy who wanted to go up but I didn't let him. Lucy, are you an idiot? That boy could have been Issei. He is under my surveillance. I'd better go see if he is with Saito. Saga, if it was under your surveillance, why did you lose it? Lucy, that doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to see if he's with Saito. Lucy ran to the aquarium house. Lucy saw light coming out of the house. The other golden knights were behind Lucy. Issei, I swear that Saga may seem rude but he uses boxers of hearts. Saito, ha 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 ha, Issei. Issei, yes, and well, tell me something funny that Lucy did. Saito, well, they say that Lucy is like a demon. The last person who wanted to kiss Lucy was left in the hospital with serious injuries. Issei, she sounds like a gorilla. It seems as if she is always angry. I imagine seeing her face when she is looking for me since she is the one who watches me but she lost sight of me. I imagine seeing her face all angry. Saito, yes, ha ha ha. Behind Issei was Lucy, all angry, along with Saga. They heard everything and behind them the other knights were holding back their laughter. Issei, I imagine seeing Lucy's face when she can't see me anywhere. She's watching me but it's very stormy, ha ha ha. Saito, I said back. Issei, what the hell? Issei looked behind him and saw Saga and Lucy very angry. Lucy, so you were here, right? Saga, so I'm not very rude, right, Issei? Issei, see you next time. Issei was running as fast as possible but Saga caught him and tortured him along with Lucy. Issei suffered a lot. Issei, my arm still hurt. Lucy, that's what you get for being an idiot. Saga, I don't understand what you're doing here, Issei. Lucy, how do you know his name, Saga? Doko, Saga knows his name like me and the patriarch since he is our grandson. Lucy, don't tell me that maybe you. She thought that Doko, Saga and the patriarch and Israel things that they do with a girl. Saga, if you say that you're dead. Doko, Issei is our adopted grandson. We met him as a child with his mother. That is not what you think, Lucy. Lucy, then why didn't Athena tell you to watch him? Saga, I don't know. Issei, well, they want to eat. Doko, you cooked. Issei, si. Doko, your food is very delicious, let me try it. Saga, how can they do that? We are in the sanctuary, a sacred place where the Golden Knights protect the 12 houses and do not reach Athena. Lucy, it's true. Lucy as a Saga were talking for half an hour but Issei and the other Gold Saints were playing cards. Issei, ha ha ha, I finally managed to beat you. Layden, you're lucky, Issei, no one can beat Rito in cards. Rito, no, I almost lost half of my money. Doko, calm down guys, how about we play another case? Issei, well, this is the last bet, I bet a special limited edition book. Doko entered. Layden, come in, Saito, come in, Rito. Rito entered if Takeda enters the game. Takeda entered the game. Issei, well, let's go. Issei turned his cards, but Lucy gave him a hard hit on the head. Lucy, did you hear something about Saga and me? Issei, no good Saga you enter. Saga, well, I bet 10. Lucy, not even a day has passed and Issei is taking the knights for a bad walk. A couple of months passed, and Issei got along very well with the knights. Issei was just walking around the shrine until he saw how a boy was crying. Issei just approached the boy. Issei, hey, why are you crying? Boy, what does it matter, sir, if at the end of the day I'm a very weak person who doesn't matter to anyone? Issei, why do you say that? Boy, I'm useless. I aspired to be a silver knight, but I couldn't activate my Cosmo. Issei, how long are you here? Boy, well, sir, I've been here since I was 10 years old. Issei, tell me your name. Boy, my name is Charlie. Issei, tell me, Charlie, someone gives you support so that you can continue fighting for your dream apart from Athena. Charlie, if she is a girl who is going to be the next Golden Knight of Ares. Issei, nothing bad, good, let's see how we activate your Cosmo. A couple of hours passed, and Issei and Charlie were tired. Issei, it is very difficult to activate your Cosmo. Charlie, leave it as it is, sir, thank you for your help. Issei, I'd better try another method. Charlie, have this book and tell me what you see. Charlie, yes, sir. Charlie looked at the book and blushed. Charlie, sir, but this is a book. Issei, if I know a book, noper, but what do you feel? Charlie, I feel my body hot. Issei, so let that heat follow your whole body, but don't let the goose stop. Charlie, I was a case, but I saw his best is strength, and his face was all red. Issei, now tell me what the girl's name is. Charlie, his name is Haim. Issei, I'm sure there is only pity for you to think that you are a gentleman is embarrassing. Charlie, but what does he say? Issei, surely you can't hit me. Charlie, shut up, you don't know anything. Issei, I know you're useless who can't activate your Cosmo, and you think you can hit me. Charlie got so angry that she hit Issei hard, but Issei just moved fast and was on top of Charlie's arm. Issei, look, Charlie, below you. Charlie just looked down on her and saw a large crater. That was the Issei, your body reacts when you are upset, and you are hot. That is the way you can be with your Cosmo. I know I told you that you were useless, but that is the only way to activate your Cosmo. Charlie, I was able to break the ground. Issei, I have something in mind. I will be your master, and you will be a knight, and believe me, your training will be hellish. Charlie, sir, no matter how long the training is, I will follow you wherever. Issei, that's how you talk, boy. A couple of months passed where Issei and Charlie had a great training session. Issei, good luck, Charlie. Charlie, SI Maestro. Issei. Issei just smiled and sat down. Issei saw many people and some golden knights. Saito, who would have thought the great Issei entered, still a boy who lost hope to be a knight. Issei, come on, Charlie, show the fruits of our training. Don't be afraid anyone who is going to face you. Charlie, yes, teacher. Patriarch, well, Charlie, your opponent will be Haim. Issei, it's worth it. Charlie, it doesn't matter if it's Haim, this is a battle. Haim, apparently Charlie-san had a teacher. Issei, Charlie, there is no time to waste, use that technique. Charlie, but teacher, that technique is shameful. Haim, come on, Charlie, use that technique because I'm not going to hold back. Haim went straight to Charlie, gave her a strong blow to the face, another to the stomach, and a kick to the chin. Issei, hit him harder for not listening to me, find me. Charlie, I have no other choice. Charlie took off all her clothes and was naked. Haim, what are you, pervert? Charlie, if I'm in a battle, it doesn't matter if you're dressed or not, the battle must continue. Charlie ran to give Haim a strong blow. Haim remained still as she covered her eyes so as not to see Charlie's misfortunes. 3. In the end, Charlie won the battle. Haim, Patriarch, that must be cheating. Patriarch, it's not cheating, it's not even written in the rules. Issei, ha 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 ha, that's my student who trained him, I want to know. Lucy slowly stood up as he looked at Issei with a sour face. Lucy, I trained Lucy, but I see that you are a bad influence for the knights. That is shameful, and seeing a knight all naked fighting like that would be more than embarrassing. Issei, those are just excuses. It hurts you that my student beat your student, ha ha ha. Lucy gave Issei a strong blow that sent him to Gemini's house. Saito, Lucy-san is really scary when she's angry. Lucy just left the place. Lucy, that bastard is a bad influence for the Golden Knights and the other knights. Voice, how long, sister, and why are you angry? Chapter 6 Secret. Issei, guys, do you know where Lucy is? Saito, the last time I saw her she was upset about what you did. Issei, it's not my fault that I have to train a knight, you know how I am, so why do you give me a student? Saito, well, Issei, I honestly think that Lucy is very upset and it would be better if you apologized. Issei, but I didn't even do anything wrong. Rito, yeah, Issei, it is better that you ask for forgiveness. Issei, it's okay. Issei was just walking through the 12 houses seeing if he could find Lucy. Issei was calm until he could hear something. Lucy, why do I have to go back? Voice, it's an order from Father Osino. He will come and it will be something bad that era. By the way, Father says that you should not hang out with Issei anymore. Lucy, because he is my friend. Voice, if you don't do it, I will kill him and you perfectly know my power. Issei, I think that won't be possible. Lucy, Issei, what are you doing here? Issei, I was looking for you but I see that you have problems. Voice, what's happening with Lucy is not your problem, dirty ghost. Issei in just a second was face to face with the person. Issei did not hold back and gave him a strong blow that sent him far from the house. Lucy, Issei apologizes, you won't be able to beat him, he's my brother, he's very strong. Issei, that will never happen, he insulted a knight of Lord Hades and I can't let that happen. Voice, that's what I wanted to hear, now you'll have to fight with me, let me introduce myself, I'm one of the sons of the great Poseidon. My name is Hiroki, bearer of the hippocampus armor. Issei, I don't care that you are the son of Poseidon, you insulted my friend and even a specter of Lord Hades. Hiroki, come Issei. Issei did not hold back and went against Hiroki. The two of them were giving each other a great flurry of blows. Hiroki, why are you fighting without your armor? Issei, just my fists are enough. Hiroki gave Issei a hard punch, and then said, Hiroki, God breath. When Hiroki said that he sent Issei flying. Issei, okay, that really hurt. Hiroki, the only way you can beat me is by using your armor. Issei, you asked for it. Issei just summoned his glove and his sword. Hiroki was surprised since Issei looked like Hades. Issei, come Hiroki. Issei at great speed came face to face with Hiroki. Issei gave him a strong blow to the chin that sent him against some rocks. The other saints felt Issei's power, and the power of another person, so they went to see. Issei, come on Hiroki, you wouldn't kill me. Hiroki, divine tornado. Issei, soul eater. When the two attacks collided, a huge explosion occurred that sent the two of them against some rocks. Issei and Hiroki got up, but when they were going to strike again, they were stopped by Hades and possessed. Hades, can you tell us why the hell they're fighting? Poseidon, Hiroki, I just told you to bring your sister because the hell you were fighting against a knight of Hades. Issei/Hiroki, he started or. Hades/Poseidon, I don't care who started it. Athena, don't you think they took too long? Hades, I never thought Issei would cause more problems than usual. Poseidon, Hiroki is really violent but I didn't think he would fight in the sanctuary, much less with the specter. Issei just stood up and stood in front of Poseidon. Issei, can you tell me why the hell you are interested in your daughter now after you abandoned her? Poseidon, that's none of your business. Issei, of course it's my business, she's my friend and I won't allow anyone to make her cry. Issei just landed a punch on Poseidon but Poseidon grabbed Issei's arm and threw him to the ground. Poseidon, do you want to fight me? Issei, of course, yes. Issei took possession of the fight, and when he wanted to hit him, Hades gave him a strong blow to the head. Hades, you are in front of a god, you should have more respect. Poseidon, calm down. Hades. Hiroki is like that too. Hiroki, how can you stop me if I'm stronger? Poseidon, I have an idea. Hades, what are you thinking? Poseidon. Poseidon, Issei will have to fight with Hiroki. The winner will have my daughter Lucy. Issei, how can you put your daughter as a trophy, idiot? Poseidon, if Hiroki wins, Lucy will have to return to the ocean and marry her fiancé. But Issei, if you win, you will have Lucy and I will never come back for her. Hiroki, I hope, sister, that you marry your fiancé. It will be with a son of Zeus. Issei, what do you think, idiot? I will win and Lucy will stay here. Poseidon, the battle will begin in 1 hour, then get ready. Hades, I don't want any cheating in the battle. Alaros. Athena, good luck. Issei-san. As time passed, Issei was warming up his muscles. There were only 20 minutes left where Issei was drinking some water. Elsewhere. Lucy, I hope Issei-san can win. Pandora, calm down, he will win. Lucy, you are Hades' servant, right? Pandora, tell me. Pandora, you must be Lucy, right? Lucy, yes. Pandora, how does it feel to spend some time with my idiot boyfriend? Lucy, very stressful, but it is very nice. And also Pandora, adorable and handsome, right? Lucy, he's just adorable, but no, he's not handsome. Pandora, calm down, I know perfectly well that you are in love with my boyfriend. Lucy, what do you say? I would never be in love with a kind pervert. Pandora, I said the same thing once, but when I'm near him I feel protected and I feel warmth in my heart. Lucy, yes, if I were in love with what you did. Pandora, absolutely nothing would let Issei-san have a harem, since that was always a dream. Lucy, what? Pandora, if you feel love for him, say it and don't worry, I'm not upset, but I want to heal a wound that Issei has in his heart. Lucy, what a wound? Pandora, Issei-san was once a demon and he had a harem, but he was betrayed and now he does not trust in love. I want to heal that wound. I want Issei-kun to be happy and to have love in his heart again. Lucy, then I will be the second girl in your harem. Pandora, welcome to the Lucy family. With Issei. Athena, they are so ready for battle. The rules are easy. If one falls out of the ring they are disqualified, or if they are unconscious, okay. Hiroki, yes. Issei, yes. Hades/Poseidon, let the battle begin. When Issei heard that, he went all out, giving Hiroki the first blow and then kicking him, not giving him time to cover himself. Hiroki just grabbed Issei's arm, kicking him in the face and giving him a strong blow to the stomach. Hiroki just activated his Cosmo and said, Hiroki, Divine Tornado. Hiroki sent Issei flying as Issei fell from a great height. Hiroki wasted no time, and when Issei was about to hit the ground, Hiroki gave him a big knee that sent Issei almost out of rin. Hiroki grabbed Issei's neck and put him on the ground. Issei slowly got up as he got into a fighting stance, but Hiroki sent him flying again, and this time Issei almost fell out of rin. Hiroki grabbed Issei's neck and threw him out, but Issei was able to grab Hiroki's hair. Issei, don't think it will be easy to vote me out. Destruction of memories. When Issei said that, Hiroki grabbed his head as memories tormented him. Hiroki, you're a bastard. Issei, come. Issei gave him a strong blow and then kneed him in the stomach and kicked him in the face, sending him flying. Issei only activated his sword and said, Issei, you weren't strong, Hiroki. Hiroki, Divine Breeze. When he said that, a powerful hurricane formed that sent Issei almost out of the Rhine, while Issei tried his best to stay inside the Rhine and not fall. But the hurricane took Issei with it. When Issei was about to touch the ground, he threw his sword while standing on his sword. Issei, that was close. Hiroki, you are so lucky. Issei, that won't happen again, you're one of the first people who forced me to take off my armor. When Issei said this, a light came out of Issei's body while an armor came out. This is the one in the photo. Issei, congratulations, here's the first person I've seen who will release my armor. Do you want a piece of cake? Hiroki, haha, I laughed. Issei just put the cake on the ground and took a big leap. Hiroki, wait a minute, why is your hair white if it was black before? Issei, that doesn't matter to you because now you are lost. When Issei said that, some threads came out of Issei's fingers. Issei, Hiroki, I hope you like being my puppet. Hiroki, what? Issei, only his threads, while Issei's threads were tangled around Hiroki's body. Hiroki wanted to hit him but couldn't. Issei, you better give up because now your life is in my hands. Right now I can break every part of your body. Hiroki, well, I will never give up. When Hiroki said that, he went against Issei, but Issei only made Hiroki's arm break. Hiroki only gave a scream but said, Hiroki, divine tornado. Issei, you're really crazy. If you vote for me, you'll also go with me. Hiroki didn't care and did the technique that caused Issei to go together with Hiroki, but Hiroki was no longer entangled in his threads as the two released their cosmos. Hiroki/Issei, it's time to end this. The ring where the two were broke and the two fell out of the ring, but they did not realize it, throwing themselves against each other, giving each other powerful blows. Issei and Hiroki were bleeding from the head. They were both tired, but they were still fighting. When the two launched themselves once again, they were stopped by Poseidon, and Hades sent them against some pillars. Issei, why do they have me? Hiroki, I was about to win. Poseidon, both of them are very violent, they don't even have any more strength, and they keep fighting. Hades, apart from the fight ending in a draw since the two fell at the same time outside the Rhine. Issei, my whole body hurts. Hiroki, it hurts me too. Poseidon, next time we'll do another fight. The two of them really did break their mother. Issei, but where will it be? Poseidon, it will be in the ocean apart. Lucy will stay in the sanctuary for a while until one of the two wins. Athena, when she heard that, just smiled like Hades. Athena, how about we make a deal? Poseidon, who tried? Hades, my knight will be in your kingdom so that he does not miss combat. Poseidon, and what do I want it for? In just a second they tied Issei up. Hades, it's all yours. Athena, how about you keep it? Poseidon, what's wrong with them, especially you Hades, you would never give away a soldier. Hades, what gives Tello? Poseidon, be sure. Hades, yes, I'm sure. Poseidon just smiled as he thought Hades was a fool for giving away a high-level soldier, but he didn't know that he would truly suffer. Issei, why do I have to go to the ocean? Hades, it will be an Issei training. Issei, heat, it won't be a training, they just want me to disappear. Hades, if I wanted that then I would send you to the cold hell, and I can't do that. Bear it because this will be your next training, you will have to control your emotions. Issei, that's a lie. Hades, if you manage to survive your Issei training you will be rewarded. You can choose your reward. Issei, seriously, then I accepted the deal. Hiroki, no, that idiot won't be in the ocean with me. Issei, have this and we are already friends. Issei gave Hiroki a book. Hiroki opened the book out of curiosity and blood came out of his nose. Hiroki, yes, we are already friends. Poseidon, what book is it? Issei, if you give me $30 I'll give you the book. Poseidon, don't even think about it. I wouldn't pay $30 for a book, it's definitely not interesting. Hiroki, how do you get this? Issei, I do it myself. Hiroki, you do have good taste. Issei, yes, I lose. Poseidon, okay, let me see. Issei gave Poseidon a book. When Poseidon opened the book he blushed at what he saw. Poseidon, how the hell do you do this? Issei, I just do it with a lot of imagination. Poseidon, let me tell you that this book is one of the best I have ever read in my life. Chapter 7. Confusion. Issei, seriously, why do I have to go with Poseidon? I wanted to stay at the sanctuary. Hades, you will have an Issei training in the kingdom of Poseidon, Things are more complicated, but if you return after your training after a few months, you will have a reward and you will choose that reward, then you accept. Issei accepted. Poseidon just stared at Issei for a moment, and then just approached and took him. A couple of hours passed where Issei arrived at Poseidon's kingdom, but Hades and Athena started laughing since they knew that Issei would make disasters at Poseidon's. Issei, wow, this place is so beautiful. I never thought it would be beautiful, but tell me where I'll sleep. Poseidon, well, you'll sleep with Hiroki-san, the two of you are very good friends, right? Hiroki, but Dad. Poseidon, no buts, I don't care if you get along or not, you will sleep with Issei Hiroki and your Issei. Whether you like it or not, you will sleep with Hiroki. After Poseidon said that, he left. Hiroki wanted to talk to Issei, but Issei also left and disappeared in just a moment. Hiroki, damn idiot, if the other knights see you they will kill you thinking that you are an enemy, or maybe you will kill them. Well, I will have to look for you, or I'd better go to sleep. Better go to sleep and then look. Hiroki just left while yawning. With Issei. Issei, now that I think about it, I'll go for a walk so I don't get lost. Issei was walking, but then he just lay down on the floor and thought if it was okay to leave his armor with Hiroki's, but then he didn't give it any importance and left. But a knight of Poseidon felt the aura of Issei's armor. That knight was taking care of someone, but he went in search of the aura of Issei's armor. Issei was just walking calmly until he saw a beautiful girl, but Issei thought it was Lucy since she looked alike and didn't give it any importance, and hugged the girl by the waist while saying, Issei, Lucy-chan, I never thought you would be following me. Do you want to have a moment alone with me? Issei just put his head on the girl's shoulder, not knowing that the girl he was hugging was not Lucy but another girl. The other knights also felt the aura of Issei's armor, and went to where the armor was. A few minutes passed where they saw Hiroki sleeping, and next to him was a spectral armor. They woke up Hiroki and asked him who that armor was. Hiroki, it's Issei's, now let me sleep. By the way, none of you were taking care of my sister. Knight, I was taking care of her, but I felt the aura of that armor and left her alone. When Hiroki heard that, he got up as quickly as possible while telling them that maybe the person who arrived could be with his sister, and all the knights ran to where the girl was. With Issei. Issei, Lucy-san, why are you red? Do you have a fever? By the way, why are your breasts bigger than normal? Don't tell me that maybe this is your true form. Issei was just touching the girl's breasts without knowing that it wasn't Lucy. The girl just let out a few small moans, but Issei stopped and said, Issei, by the way, Lucy-san, could you be my guide? I don't know this place and I could get lost. When the girl was about to turn her head, Issei fell to the floor while about 4 knights fell where Issei. Hiroki, tell me what you were doing with my sister while we were gone. Issei, but what the hell, why are you idiots attacking me? Hiroki just walked over to the girl as he said, Hiroki, did that idiot do something to you? Issei, hey, tell me one thing, she's not Lucy-san. Hiroki, of course not, idiot, she is Lucy's sister and my sister, but tell me, did you do something to her while we were gone? When Issei heard that, he got nervous as he remembered how she hugged him and touched his breasts. Issei, do you want me to be honest with you, Hiroki? Hiroki, tell me. Issei, it's manly to tell the truth and I'll be honest with you. I hugged her and touched her breasts thinking she was Lucy-san, and I also want to say, can you introduce her to me? When Hiroki heard that, she wanted to hit her hard but was stopped by the girl. Girl, leave him alone, bro. I want to talk to him alone for a while. Hiroki, but sister. Girl, no buts, or do you want to fight with me again? Hiroki, and no sister, let's go, she will be fine. The other knights left, but Hiroki did not trust Issei for 2 reasons. The first was that his sister was perverted like Issei, and the second was that the two of them were delicious, but he had to trust his sister. Issei, I'm sorry for hugging you and touching your breasts without permission. Girl, that doesn't matter now, but I want to know how my sister is. Issei, you're talking about Lucy-san, right? Girl, yes, but I apologize for not introducing myself. My name is Yukisa, Lucy-san's sister. Issei, no, I should apologize for doing that, thinking that Eros Lucy-chan. Yukisa, calm down, I see you're one of mine. Issei, what about? Yakisa just stood in front of Issei and lowered her hand to Issei's crotch. Issei walked away as quickly as possible, while having a scared look. Issei, maybe a perverted pervert. Yakisa, yes, but as the saying goes, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. When he finished saying that, he wanted to grab Issei, but Issei ran as fast as possible. Issei, I should be happy to find a perverted girl, but why am I afraid? Maybe I'm a princess and I can't afford it. I'm a man who is quite lucky and I can't afford to be a princess. Issei just paused as he took off his shirt. Issei, I don't care if she's perverted, I did the same thing and I have to endure it like a man. Yakisa, I see that you really don't mind seeing a perverted girl, you really endure like a man, that's admirable. Issei, I'm all yours. Note, okay, that didn't sound manly at all, end of note. Yakisa was about to grab Issei, but she was sent flying while being an angry Poseidon. Poseidon, I see why they sent you here. You are a person who corrupts the people around him. Issei, sorry, possessed, but it's just a confusion. Poseidon, it's confusing to be touching my daughter's breasts. Issei, okay Poseidon-san, I'm ready to receive my punishment, but first. In just a second, Issei was running very fast, faster than Flash. That surprised Poseidon a little, but he just smiled and ran like that. A few hours passed until they both got tired. Issei, try to trap me, you idiot. Poseidon, no, you cry, you coward. Poseidon and Issei fell to the floor while breathing tiredly. Issei, you couldn't grab me, you idiot, haha. Poseidon, let me burn and recover and see what I am capable of. Yakisa, Hiroki, don't you think that Dad did a lot of exercise today? This is the first time I've seen him this tired. Hiroki, what time did they start running? Yakisa, they weighed in at 3 in the afternoon, and it's already 5:30. Hiroki, 2 hours and 30 minutes they ran the fence. I couldn't stand running for that long. In 1 hour I would already be dead from exhaustion. Issei, who would have thought that the great Poseidon got tired just from running? I thought the gods were very strong, but I see that they are like us, Poseidon, you're confused. I'm not tired. I trained this morning and I haven't fully recovered. That's why you felt the advantage. It's just because of that, nothing more. Issei, those are just excuses, old man, you're tired. Chapter 8. Destruction. Issei was resting peacefully, but in his dream he was in another place, or rather in a forest. Issei, but what the hell, where am I? I think it wasn't good to drink too much last night. Issei was just walking calmly, but he felt someone's presence. Issei turned his head to see who that presence was, but he didn't see anyone. When Issei stood in front of his path, he saw a dark-colored mass at his feet. Issei, but what is this? When Issei tried to remove that black mass, he was thrown back by a strong burst of energy. Issei, but what was that? When Issei said that, a shadow appeared on his face that was covered by something dark. Shadow, who are you? Issei wanted to speak, but for some reason he couldn't say a word. Sombra, how did you get in here? When Issei wanted to say something, he was expelled into a portal. After a few minutes, Issei woke up breathing heavily as he looked around. Issei, what happened? What was that? Hiroki, hey, come on, it's time for training. Issei, let me sleep for about 5 more minutes. Hiroki, hey, come on, wake up, otherwise I'll hit you so hard that it will really wake you up. Hiroki just put Cosmos in his butt and gave Issei a hard hit, but was surprised to see that he wasn't even in his bed. Hiroki turned his head back and didn't see anyone. With Issei. Issei, I wonder what that idiot Hiroki will think when he sees that it was just an illusion. I think he'll go crazy. Issei was sitting well in the sky of the sea while the memory of the dream he had passed through his head. Issei, I'm still wondering what I dreamed about. Yakisa, what's wrong, Issei-san? Why are you thinking today? When Issei saw Yakisa's face, a memory of a girl who was chained passed through. Issei, nothing, Yakisa-san. Yakisa, do you want to eat something cooked by my Issei? Issei, you know how to cook. Yusuka, yes. Issei. I see that you are not like your sister, it makes cooking difficult for her. Yusuke. I know how to cook because I spend more time with my mother. Lucy-chan never got to meet her, and that's why she always tries hard in everything. Issei. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Issei was calmly talking to Yusuke, but Issei suddenly fell to the ground on his knees while a black mark appeared on his body. Yusuke, Issei-san, what's wrong with you? When Issei looked at Yusuke, he only saw darkness as his eyes slowly clouded over. Issei, what's going on? A large magic circle emerged from Issei's body, from which a gray-haired woman emerged, looking at Issei. Woman, so you are the person who comes close to the power of a god who cares for a poor boy who will have to die. The woman only took out a large sword, and when she tried to stab Issei, she was stopped by Yusuke. Yusuke, what are you doing? Woman, don't you see, I'm going to kill him. Yusuke just gave the woman a strong blow while still mentioning her Cosmo. Yusuke, I won't let you hurt Issei-san. Woman, don't tell me that he's your boyfriend. Yusuke, he's not my boyfriend, but he's my sister's boyfriend, and that's enough for me to protect him. The woman just approached Yusuke at a great speed that surprised Yusuke a lot. Woman, don't get involved in my problems, girl. When the woman said that, she threw a large sphere of power into Yusuke's abdomen that sent him against the wall. Yusuke only spat out a little blood, but then she went straight towards the woman, giving a big kick that only moved her head a little. Woman, you don't understand, so don't get involved. This time the woman put her hand on Yusuke's face and sent him against the wall again, but this time Yusuke couldn't move because air chains were holding her. Woman, well now boy, you will have to die. The woman just stuck the sword into his chest. Yusuke, Issei. Yusuke saw how the sword was shining as it absorbed something. Woman, your death only brings me happiness because I will have your resistance, boy. When Issei's body was without energy, he disappeared while Issei was behind the woman, having his sword at the woman's neck. Issei, I don't know who you are, but let me tell you that if you move, I will kill you for what you did to Yusuke. Woman, how strange, you shouldn't be dead. Issei, an illusion can sometimes be very deceptive. The woman just wanted to move, but Issei reacted quickly and wanted to cut her neck, but Issei was more than surprised when the sword only made a small scratch on his neck. Woman, I think this time I'll really send you to hell. Issei just grabbed his sword and slashed at the woman's chest, but Issei was more than surprised when he saw that not even his clothes were torn. The woman just brought out her aura and gave Issei a strong blow that left him very injured. Issei, that's not normal, no one can endure that unless you're a god. Woman, I think you realized, I am a somewhat special god because in the end my power surpasses the power of normal gods. Issei, Haim, tell your father, I'll take care of this. Haim, but you are Issei. Issei, don't worry, I'm strong and I won't let him kill me for anything. Haim, I trust you. Haim was just leaving, but the woman just put her finger in front of Haim and fired a small red ray that went straight to her. But Issei stood in front of Haim and stopped the woman's attack, but because of that a small hole was in his abdomen. Issei, when he looked at the woman, received a powerful cut from the woman's sword. Issei only spat blood and began to grab his chest to heal the wound, but he couldn't because he felt like his chest was starting to burn. The woman only began to kick Issei while looking at him with a cold look. Woman, I'm sorry if I have to kill you, Haida, but thanks to your death I will be stronger. I would have liked to go out with you because of how cute you are, but die. The woman stuck her sword into Issei's chest, but Issei had his hands on the sword so that the sword would not go through him completely. The woman only applied more force, but Hiroki sent him away from Issei. Woman, they are very nosy. Hiroki, how the hell did you get in here? I didn't even feel his aura. Woman, that doesn't matter to you, and if you don't want to die, you'd better go. The woman only threw a large sphere of dark power that went straight to Issei, but Hiroki made an air barrier that stopped the attack. Woman, they really are very annoying. The woman went straight for Hiroki, but was sent away from him. Voice, Hiroki, don't you think it's better if we fight together before you lose? When Hiroki turned his head, he saw someone. Hiroki, Kakenon-san. Behind Kanon were other marine generals who were greeting Hiroki. Woman, This is really annoying. When the woman stood up, she was sent to another place. Hiroki, where did you send him, Canon? Canon, I think Lord Poseidon will have a fight. Canon just went to the boy and healed him. Issei Saga, what the hell are you doing here? Canon, Kansi's to my brother. Issei, wait a moment, your voice is different. Are you the grumpy Saga's brother? Canon, ha ha ha, really you are suicidal. You know that if my brother hears you, you would die. Hiroki, actually, he already knows your brother Canon. Canon, I really know. Canon couldn't finish speaking because he saw a large magic circle appear in front of him, while some skulls with red dots in their eyes looked at him. Canon, this is really bad luck. The skulls began to attack the generals, but Hiroki only made a tornado that sent them away from them. Hiroki, but the hell are those things? Canon, I think they are that woman's guards. Issei, whatever it is, we have to destroy them. Issei Solo took out his sword again, but when he went with Hiroki to destroy those skulls, all the skeletons joined together and formed a large skeleton that went against Issei and the marine generals. Issei, Hiroki, and Canon gave a great attack, but their attack did not work and made the great skeleton angry. The skeleton Solo gave a strong blow to Hiroki, and then one to Canon that sent them against some pyramids, but the skeleton stared at Issei for a while, and then alone gave a strong blow to the ground where Issei lost his balance, but the skeleton grabbed him, and with his bones, made a prison. Issei, great, now I have to escape from this. Issei just punched and punched the skeleton, but the prison didn't open. When Issei tried to punch again, a slash of lightning went to Issei. Issei just screamed because the lightning was giving him many electric shocks. Issei, ha, damn, hey Hiroki, can you help me? Hiroki ran but fell to the ground and saw that the red ray was also on his body. Issei, this does have a great range of distance. Hiroki, this is no time for clowning around. Issei stuck his sword in the center of the skeleton's hand. When he stuck the sword, a large burst of lightning came out, but Issei continued to pierce the skeleton's hand. When the hand finally broke, Issei fell to the floor, all tired, while breathing heavily. Issei, that really hurt. Issei was slowly standing up, but after a while he fell to his knees while spitting out blood. Canon, hey boy, are you okay? Issei just looked at his hands and saw how the atmosphere changed again. Issei, seriously again. Issei was just walking through a forest full of flowers and joy, but Issei knew that all of that was nothing more than an illusion. Issei was watching all of that with a cold gaze until finally the whole forest changed again, and it went dark while his hands were still covered in blood. Voice, how did you get in here, Hayadu? Issei, how do you know my last name? Voice, you are in my world, or rather in my prison. Issei, what do you want from me? Voice, I just wondered how you managed to get into my prison. Issei, I don't know, but whatever the reason is, I don't want to know. The voice only grew louder as ruins formed beneath Issei's feet. Voice, I feel your aura and I see that you are a ghost. Issei, how do you know that? Voice, before I was here I served Hades, and let me tell you that I am his. Issei couldn't hear everything because he suddenly opened his eyes and saw that he was on the floor while he watched as Poseidon was fighting with the woman. He could also see that Hades was fighting together with Poseidon to stop the woman. Issei, how much? Hiroki, you finally wake up, and what are you saying? Issei, how long did I fall asleep? Canon, a whole hour. Issei, seriously, an hour? Hiroki, yes, but now we have an even bigger problem. Issei, what problem? The woman who wanted to kill you is stronger than possessed and Hades. Issei, that will be a real problem. Issei only activated his armor while he tangled his threads around the girl's body, but what he didn't expect was for the woman to grab the threads and pull Issei and turn him against Poseidon and Hades. When the woman did that again, she pulled Issei straight to her, and then carried him. Woman, I've already wasted a lot of time. The woman opened a large portal where she entered, but Hades wanted to stop her but couldn't and took Issei. Haim wanted to enter but the portal closed. Hades, damn, I couldn't stop her. What surprised everyone was that they saw Issei, but he was buried in the ground. Issei, hello, a little help please. Lucy, Issei-san. Poseidon, how did you escape? Issei, an illusion can sometimes be very deceptive. Chapter 9. Fear. Hades, Issei, now what the hell did you do for a lunatic to come for you? Issei, nothing. Hades, you're talking about cheese. Issei, I didn't do anything, he only attacked me for one thing. Hades, what would that thing be? Issei, my resistance. Poseidon, I think he's already gone crazy. Issei, wait a moment, I'll explain. Hades, but let it be fast. Issei, a long time ago the gods had a very powerful technique called exchange. That technique was so powerful that they realized they could exchange resistance with another much more powerful one, but they used that technique with humans so they could have the power or the most powerful techniques of the humans who challenged them, but they prohibited the technique for a reason, and that was that humans also learned the technique, and that could be very serious since the gods were married by humans. They were even married by other gods, and that is why that technique was prohibited. Hades, damn, you made me remember those times. Poseidon. But the question would be, how the hell did he learn to use that technique that was forgotten and also forbidden? Issei. I don't know, but that crazy girl really wanted me to die so she could keep my stamina and my handsomeness. Hiroki. Ha, you really think you're handsome, ha ha ha. Issei. It's not for nothing that I'm with your sister. Canon. Ha ha ha, I know they trolled Hiroki. Poseidon, don't fight, you two idiots who can't see the big problem we're in. Hades. Issei, a question, how could you have those illusions? Issei only wears a wristband. Issei, with this. Hiroki, hey, that's mine, where did you get it from? Issei, we will never know. Poseidon, how lucky you had that, but I have a question too, Issei, and that would be why she needs your resistance. Issei, that's easy to explain. His body exceeded the limit of power it can have, and that's why he needs great resistance so that the other part of power is reduced, and thus not die. Lucy, in other words. Issei, she's dying from power overload. Hades, Issei, because you fell unconscious in battle. Issei was a little nervous but said, Issei, I couldn't sleep very well and I didn't eat anything. Issei was lying so that he would find out what Issei saw. Hades, dime Issei. Issei, that's the truth. Hades, okay, but I have to know how the hell that crazy woman got here. Issei, we will never know. Hades, for now we need to know what his next target would be. Poseidon, Issei, I have a question. Tell me, since when do you have that tattoo? Issei just looked at the left part of his abdomen and saw that there was a tattoo of a small tree. Issei, I don't know, it's the first time I've seen it, and I've never had a tattoo. Hades, for now we will have to rest. Issei just stared at the tattoo he had, but then he felt someone hug him, and he saw that it was Lucy. Issei, what's up, Lucy? Lucy, you are such an idiot. Issei, why do you say that? Lucy, I thought I would never see you again. When Lucy said that, Issei had a small memory of a woman. Flashback. Woman, I thought I would never see you again, my dear. End of flashback. Lucy, Issei, are you okay? Issei, of course I do. He just asked me how I can breathe if I'm underwater, but I'm fine. Issei just left, but for some reason one of his eyes began to shed tears. Issei, but why am I crying? Issei just wiped his eye and then began to walk slowly until he reached his room and lay down, but suddenly he found himself in the forest again. Issei, they really want me here. Issei just ran through the forest, but this time he came across a nearly collapsed temple. Issei, okay, this is new. Issei alone entered the temple, but he couldn't see anything since everything was dark. Issei only made a small flame to light up the place, and he could see how some images came to his head. Issei only grabbed his head while memories invaded his mind. Issei, but what is this? Voice, your old memories, beloved. Issei, who are you? Voice, your fiancé, or well, your ex-fiancé. Issei just leaned on the wall so he wouldn't fall, but then he heard that voice again. Voice, maybe you don't remember where you're from. Issei. He just remained silent for a moment, and closed his eyes, and when he opened them he could see how he was in a very lively voice, but after a few seconds the landscape changed, and that forest was shown all destroyed, and that a black fire surrounded Issei. Issei, is this perhaps the power of? Issei just woke up and saw that Pandora was lying next to him. Issei, that was it. Issei just got up, but when he left his room he could see how Lucy was waiting for him. Issei, what are you doing here, Lucy? Lucy, I had a hunch you'd be awake by now. Issei, that's weird to see you apart from the fact that you're treating me well. Lucy, do you really want me to treat you badly? Issei, okay, no, but I can't believe you actually messed with me. Issei was walking calmly, but Lucy was following him. Issei, why the hell are you following me, Lucy? Lucy, don't you remember that today is training day? Issei, damn. Lucy, don't tell me you really forgot. Issei, of course not. Lucy just went against Issei, giving a strong punch to his face. Issei, why are you hitting me? Lucy, I hope you are ready because this training will be serious. Issei, Lucy, wait. Lucy alone went against Issei, giving a strong blow on the ground, causing Issei to lose stability. Lucy alone made a great jump and gave a strong knee to Issei in the face. Issei only wanted to grab Lucy's arm but received a kick in his abdomen. When Lucy wanted to give another blow to Issei, she slipped and fell on Issei's lap. Issei, we can go to a hotel, but I don't want to do it here. Lucy just gave Issei a strong blow in the face that left him buried in the ground. Lucy, you are such an idiot. Lucy walked away, but Issei got up and followed her. Issei, it was just a joke. Lucy-chan didn't mean it seriously. Lucy just kept walking, but Issei stood in front of Lucy and said, Issei, please forgive me. I will do anything you ask of me. Lucy, anything. Issei just had a look of fear as he looked at Lucy. Issei, what do you want? Lucy, I want something. Some time later. Lucy, I can't believe you actually cook so delicious. Issei, if you want more you can just take it. Lucy, no, I'm not that hungry now, but Issei, tell me the truth, why did you faint? Issei, what are you talking about? Lucy, I've been with you for some time now that I know exactly when you're lying. Issei, I don't know what you're talking about. Lucy just lightly tapped Issei on the head and said, Lucy, you know what I'm talking about, I'm not holding you back, you idiot. Issei just ran away, but Luke grabbed him. Lucy, don't run away, Issei, and tell me what happened. Issei, I want to talk to my lawyer. Lucy, you don't have it, and if you don't tell me seriously I'll beat you up. Issei, okay, I'll tell you, but don't resort to violence. Lights, quick. Issei, you know what it's like to be alone almost all your life. Lucy, no, but what does that have to do with it? Issei just stayed silent for a while, and after a while he told her everything that happened. After 30 minutes. Lucy, seriously, did you see all that? Issei, of course I do, but I still don't know how the hell I got into that place, but I'm scared. Lucy, afraid of what? Issei, losing my friends and family. I just don't want to be alone. Lucy just hugged Issei and said, Lucy, of course you won't be alone, idiot, you're with me and you're surrounded by many people. Issei, thanks Lucy. Lucy, you're welcome. Issei, no really, thanks, because I feel your breasts on my back. Issei was left buried on the ground while Lucy had a cold look. Issei, hey, by the way, why are you being too nice to me? Lucy, why? Issei, why? Lucy, because I'm Aina. Lucy couldn't finish speaking as Pandora appeared behind Lucy. Pandora, how are you, Lucy? Lucy, ha Pandora, how are you? Pandora, I'm fine, but I want to talk to you for a while. Lucy, what's up, Pandora? Pandora, what are you doing? Lucy, what are you talking about? Pandora, why are you declaring your love in this place? Wouldn't it be better in a better place? Lights, but... Pandora, By the way, Issei told you what happened. Lucy, yes, but I think he is afraid. As he told me himself, he doesn't want to lose you and his friends. Pandora, even if you don't believe it, you also have a special place in Issei's heart. Pandora just sat there looking at Issei while Issei was fighting with Hiroki and Kanon. Chapter 10. Error. Issei was just waking up from his sleep, but in a low voice he said, Issei, why? Issei just squeezed her hand for a moment, and then stood up, but for a moment, he only thought of one thing. Issei, better leave it for another time now, it will be better to go see Pandora. Issei just changed his clothes and went straight to a valley where Pandora was. He just walked calmly, but at one point he had to dodge a chain that Hiva was throwing at Asia. Issei just moved and saw how a person with a mask was staring at him. Issei, who the hell are you and why are you attacking me? The person just stared at him, but didn't say anything. The person just went straight against Issei, giving a strong blow that sent Issei a few meters back, but Issei just took out his sword since he wanted to end all that quickly, but then he was coiled in a chain and received a strong attack of dark magic. Issei, what the hell is that? Issei looked straight at the person and said angrily, Issei, are you a damn demon? They don't learn. Issei broke free from the chains and at a rapid speed he dealt blow after blow to the person, and in one of his movements Issei stuck his sword into the person's chest. But he saw how the person removed the sword and dealt a strong blow to Issei with a red glove. Voice, don't try to change who you are, Hayadu, because you're only fooling yourself. Issei, what do you want from me? Voice, I have nothing, but the question would be, what do you want? Issei, I want you to shut up. Issei only took out his armor and with great force grabbed the person by the head and gave a powerful blow that sent the person against a wall, but still Issei was surprised since he could see how the person's mask was still intact. Issei only hit at a great speed that destroyed the rocks that were around him, but still the person showed no signs of being tired until the person grabbed Issei by the arm and broke it, giving a strong pressure on his arm. Issei only gave a cry of pain, but was still surprised since the person kept looking at him. Issei got tired of all that and grabbed the person by the neck and broke it. Issei, now stop bothering me. When Issei was about to leave, the whole place changed and showed how he was in a place full of fire. Person, it's always the same with Taigo. Issei, why don't you talk about your greatest fear? In the end I am created by that. No matter how many times you try to do the same thing, it's no use for you to keep lying. Issei just turned his head and could see that the place that was on fire was his old house. Person, no matter how many times you try to pretend to be the kind and fighter person, in the end we all know that you are just another coward who was afraid to stop what your fiancés were doing. But tell me how it feels to know the truth. Issei, what do you want from me? Person, here we go again. Now you will only continue fighting against me and ask who I am and what I want. We all know that, Issei, you don't have to pretend. I am you and the nightmare that is always in your emotions, no matter how many times you try to convince yourself that your mother's death was not your fault, because if you had had courage she would still be alive. Issei got up and wanted to stab his sword straight into the head, but the person took off his mask and threw it straight at Issei. Issei only thought it was a trick, but when the mask touched Issei it exploded and left Issei very injured. Issei only looked in front of him and was surprised as he saw that the person he was fighting was none other than himself. Person, are you surprised, Issei? It doesn't matter what you say, I'm you, but created by your guilt and your dark emotions. Let me just tell you one thing. The person approached Issei and said in a low voice. Person, stop lying, that was just a mistake. After saying that, Issei woke up and saw that he was in his room. Issei, what the hell was that? Issei just looked at his hands for a moment, and then said, Issei, it wasn't my fault. When Issei said that, Hiroki Asu entered his room. Hiroki, hey trash, Hades is calling you. Issei, I'm coming. Issei just stood up and took a little shower and then went out to see Hades. A couple of minutes passed where Issei finally arrived where Hades was. Issei, what happened, Mr. Hades? Hades, well, Issei, you can return to the underworld since your training ends here. Issei, Lord Hades, with all due respect, I would like to ask you for a favor. Hades, what do you want? Issei, I would like to stay at Miss Athena's shrine. When Hades heard that, he touched Issei's forehead for a moment. Hades, how strange, you don't have a fever. Issei, what's wrong, Mr. Hades? Hades, I'm hearing you say you want to stay at Athena's sanctuary? Issei, well, sir, I want to become much stronger and gain more conviction. In the end, I'm afraid I won't be able to defeat the person who wanted to kill me. Hades, it's because of your mother, right? Issei was silent for a moment, and was also surprised but said, Issei, how do you know that, Mr. Hades? Hades, I'm not an idiot, Issei. I know that's the only problem of why you're afraid of falling in love, and I know that's why you can't use the power of the armor that I gave you, since you don't have the conviction necessary to bring out the full potential of the armor. Remember one thing, Issei, we all make mistakes, and that's not why we always blame ourselves. Sometimes we have to let it go and try again. Issei, but if only he had been braver, he might have saved his life. Hades, you're right, Issei, but keep this in mind, if you had saved your mother you would never have met Pandora or your friends. There is always a saying that says sometimes when life takes something away from you, it will always give you something in return. If you want, you can go to the sanctuary, but do not continue blaming yourself for something that was only a mistake. After Hades said that, he started walking slowly. Hades only looked at Pandora and said, Hades, Pandora, I'm giving you a mission, that's it. Some time later, Issei only ran into Lucy. Issei, hey Lucy, can you take me to the sanctuary? Lucy, hey, that's Issei-kun. Before Issei left, Pandora grabbed Issei's hand and said, Pandora, I'm also going with you, Issei-kun. Issei, but Pandora. Pandora, no buts. Lucy, well, it's going to take us a long time, but let's go. With Hades. Hades, I hope you take good care of him, Pandora. Rhadamanthys, Mr. Hades, I'm sure it's a very good idea to let him go in his current state. Hades, calm down, Rhadamanthys. I know Pandora will take good care of him, and it's better for him since he has problems like that all the time, and I don't think he'll be of much use in that state. That's why I think Athena can help him and teach him something. After all, we're talking about her. Rhadamanthys, well, Mr. Hades, what I mean is that you are sure that you will not get out of control like what happened last time. Hades, I doubt it very much, but it would be better to prepare the troops for battle. With Issei. Issei was just in a car, but Pandora grabbed Issei's arm and said, Pandora, hey Issei, would you like to rest with me for a while? Issei, what do you mean? Pandora, you know how to sleep on my legs. Issei was just a little nervous but said, Issei, be you well, Pandora-chan. Pandora just gave a small smile and said, Pandora, don't be ashamed, Issei, in the end you are my boyfriend, so I don't see the problem. Issei just fell asleep for a while, but Pandora said, Pandora, well, Lucy, I know you want to know why Issei is nervous and why I came, right? Lucy just stood next to Pandora and quietly said yes. Pandora, well, Lucy, the reason why Issei is like this and why I came is. Issei was sleeping, but inside his dream was the same person again with a mask on. Person, wow, it seems you arrived earlier than planned. But now what do you want, Issei, to continue fighting or simply stop blaming yourself for what happened a couple of years ago? Issei, I want. Chapter 11. Darkness Part 1. Issei was just resting while a shadow loomed in front of him. Issei just opened his eyes and saw that he was in a dark and very foggy place. Issei, why are you doing this? Voice, I just want you to remember how you lost something, because of your weakness, something very important. Issei alone went against the shadow, and when he landed a strong blow, the shadow only turned into dust. Voice, it's not even time yet, later you will see why I was created by you, Issei, now it will be better for you to rest. Issei just wanted to follow the shadow, but he couldn't since the whole place was turning to dust. Issei just woke up and said, Issei, not yet, I know I can overcome this. Issei just wanted to keep the place still standing, but after a few seconds the whole place disappeared and Issei opened his eyes and saw that he was lying on a bed. Issei, damn it, I couldn't stay in that place any longer. Issei just got up, and then when he was about to leave the room where he was, he noticed a large dark energy emerging from his body. Issei, damn, this shouldn't be happening again. Issei just breathed heavily as he looked at his hands. Issei, I have to calm down. Issei just breathed somewhat calmly and then said, Issei, that was close. After Issei said that, he ran off to a place with Pandora. Pandora, well, you want to know the truth about Issei, right? Lucy, exactly, Pandora, because Issei is it. Pandora, that's right. Pandora just sighed and then said, Pandora, I remember the day when I met the idiot Issei. That day he got me into trouble with Hades-sama, but I also remember that he was a problematic boy with destructive behavior. Pandora just smiled when she remembered that, but then Pandora's face turned to one of sadness. Pandora, hey Lucy, do you know what motivates a gentleman to fight for justice? Lucy, if I'm not mistaken, almost many of us became knights to protect the weak and make people not afraid. Why do you ask that, Pandora? Pandora, that also influences the armor. Lucy, what do you mean, Pandora? Pandora, we put in the greatest dedication, effort and goals when we have something very close, and that influences us with trust. That is what I mean by the fact that most of your justice is due to your armor. Lucy, and why should I know that? Pandora, now that you know that, tell me, what happens when it's a superior's armor? Lucy, that means that the person becomes more corrupt or destructive. Pandora, it's something like that, but not in all of them. Lucy, tell me, why do I want to know that? Pandora, I'll tell you, but don't pull my cheeks. Lucy just let go of Pandora, and then Pandora said, Pandora, when I first saw Issei, I realized that he didn't even have a reason to live. He didn't even have enough fear to have respect for Hades or one of the judges of the underworld, and I thought that maybe he was special because of that, and in which I was right. Issei didn't even care about the problems. But that specialty would cost him something very important. It cost him his feelings, his emotions, and his own sanity. Issei was no longer even alive, he was in Issei's body. It was only the control and spirit of his armor. In other words, Issei was locked up, and that day, like any other, Issei was no longer there. I thought he was simply on a mission, but I was wrong. Lucy, and where she was? Lucy, Issei was at her mother's grave crying, but there was something that worried me a lot, and that was that Issei releases a lot of dark energy, even much more corrupt energy than the judge of the underworld himself. That day Issei devastated a large demonic village that was almost close to the underworld. Both Hades and Rhadamanthus felt an energy much more corrupt than theirs, and when they arrived they saw an entire massacre, and Issei with a maniacal look that disturbed only Rhadamanthus. But Hades realized that he was not even Issei. Since his armor was much more than different, that day Issei and Hades fought, and I think the results were clear. Hades won without any problem, but he was afraid of something, and that was that Issei would release the original form of a sapphire armor. Lucy, the original form of sapphire armor. Pandora, that's right. Hades, before the first war he had with Athena, closed the original form of the sapphire armor for one thing, and that was that not even he could control all that corrupt energy. And believe me, in the books of the underworld they describe the original forms of the sapphire armor as a chaos that not even Ares himself would believe existed. Lucy, and then what happened? Pandora, Hades gave me the mission to keep Issei under control, but when I accepted the mission I never thought I would fall in love with a perverted idiot. Lucy, then why do you want Issei to be with other women if there are many more possibilities that he will be hurt again? Pandora, and how do you know that? Lucy just got a little nervous and then said, Lucy, well, Issei told me a little about his life, haha. Pandora, well, what I can tell you is that if I weren't Hades' right hand and the one in charge of Issei, I would personally take it upon myself to make those gremlins pay for what they did to Issei. Lucy, wow, he sure has a very rough temperament. When Lucy was going to say something, she and Pandora heard a very loud explosion. Lucy, but what's going on? Pandora, I feel like something bad is coming. Lucy and Pandora ran straight to the place of the explosion, But when they were about to arrive, they felt a great pressure of power, and when they arrived at the place, they saw Issei with his armor, while in front of him was Hiroki. Issei, get out of my way, I'm on an important mission. Hiroki, your damn important mission is to spy on girls while they bathe. Issei, I don't want to hurt you. Hiroki, well, you'll have to do it. Hiroki went at high speed against Issei, but Issei only took out a pepper spray and threw it directly at his eyes. Hiroki, hiya, my eyes that burn. Issei, nothing beats pepper spray. Well, now to continue with my investigation. When Issei took a step, he felt a murderous aura coming from behind him. Issei, what are you doing here, Pandora? Pandora, I think we need to talk for a while, Issei, don't you think so? Issei, it may be for later. When Issei said that, Pandora was just following him while Issei was running for his life. F for not being able to complete his investigation, poor Issei. After a few minutes. Issei, that was close. If I hadn't run for my life, I would have probably been in the hospital, or a lot longer, but maybe I would have been in a coffin. Issei just let out a sigh as he calmed down, but after a few seconds Issei put on a serious face and said, Issei, get out of wherever you are. When Issei said that, he saw that behind some bushes, there was a beautiful woman with brown hair and a beautiful face. Woman, it's been a long time, Issei. Issei just opened his eyes wide as he couldn't believe what was in front of him. With Pandora. Pandora, the idiot got away from me. Damn it, when I find him, I'm not just going to torture him. Hiroki, when I find him, I'll make him pay for what he did. Lucy, wow, they really are very upset. Hiroki, you saw it, he pepper sprayed me. Lucy, but it's not worth getting too angry. Hiroki, let me put some pepper in your eyes and you'll see how much it hurts. Lucy, sorry. Hiroki, well, at least they know where that idiot Issei got himself into. I bet he was probably spying on the women. Pandora, I doubt it very much, since. Pandora just remained silent when she felt a great corrupt energy coming from Issei. Pandora only felt very scared since, like her, Hiroki and Lucy, they saw a great purple and black light. Hiroki, who the hell is that power from? It far surpasses mine. Pandora, Issei. Pandora just ran away while wondering what made Issei lose control over his armor. When Pandora was about to arrive, she heard a loud scream coming from the forest. Pandora just stayed quiet, but then Hiroki grabbed Pandora and Pandora saw that a large tree was heading straight towards her. Hiroki, that was close, you're fine, Pandora. Behind Hiroki appeared Saito. Saito, who the hell has such strong spectral energy? Pandora, it's Issei. I don't know what happened to him to make him get out of control, but you have to stop him with everything you have. Hiroki, I'm not into jokes like that idiot has great energy like that. Pandora, it's not a bucking joke, and if you keep wasting time, the only thing you'll do is make him stronger. Hiroki was about to say something but remained silent because he saw that Pandora was talking seriously. Hiroki, if what you say is true, I have no choice. Saito, then let's go. Saito and Hiroki went straight to the point where Issei was, but every step they took was just a great pressure of corrupt and dark energy. With Issei. Woman, aren't you going to give your mother a hug? Issei, Mom, how come? Woman, I'm still alive. Well, it seems that someone revived me, but I came to see you. Issei just touched his mother's hand and felt as if his entire body was falling into darkness. Issei, what's wrong? My body, no, I can't move it. Woman, rest, Issei, very soon you will be with me. Issei only felt hands come out of the ground and drag him to the depths of the underworld. Issei, you are not my mother. Woman, very soon you will be with me, Issei-san. The woman just gave Issei a kiss on the cheek and then left. With Hiroki and Saito. Hiroki, I already saw you, Issei. Hiroki just went at a high speed against Issei while he wanted to touch him, but he was thrown straight into a tree. Saito, Hiroki. When Saito was going for Hiroki, he received a powerful blow that sent him to the ground. It was bucking awesome, you don't believe it? Saito was only surprised as he saw how Issei's aura still rose to a much higher level. Hiroki, that damn Issei. Issei just stopped mentioning his power, and then slowly began to walk straight to Saito. Saito, for Buck's sake, that hit really hurt. Issei, come on, Knight of Athena, why don't you attack me? Saito, how the hell did he move so fast? Issei, or is that the level of a current knight? When Saito was going to say something, he did. If you are patient, keep reading. Saito was only attacked by Issei, but Hiroki saved him from Issei's attack. Hiroki, you're okay. Saito, yes, I'm fine. Hiroki, he is strong. Hiroki only received a strong attack, but luckily he was able to dodge it. Hiroki, now Issei, stop being like that. Issei, what does a knight of Poseidon do with one of Athena? Hiroki, but when he moved. Hiroki only received a powerful attack from Issei that sent him straight to the ground. Saito only froze one of Issei's legs, but Issei grabbed him and stuck his hand in Saito's chest and sent him to Hiroki. Issei, this is really pathetic. If this is really the level of fighting of the Gold Knights, they really suffer from a big problem of delusional people. When Issei was approaching Hiroki and Saito, he stopped suddenly and let out a loud cry of pain while using all his strength to take off his armor. Issei, I'm not this bastard. Issei just wanted to take off his armor, but then he saw that everything stopped, and he saw a large shadow in front of him. Shadow, you can't escape your destiny, that's you and you'll never be able to have a normal life again. Issei just ran away while being scared of what he did. Issei, why, I'm always the one who has to suffer for this. Pandora only arrived at the place where Issei was, but she realized that Hiroki and Saito were injured. Pandora, hey idiots, respond, hey resist. Lucy only carried Saito and Pandora helped Hiroki get up. Hiroki, I can't believe that idiot was actually able to beat me so easily. Chapter 12, Darkness Part 2. Issei was alone on a big mountain while some knights were searching for him. Person, look for them somewhere, don't let them escape. Person 2, where the hell did he go? Person, you have to find a trace of him, and inform Miss Athena. Person 2, why do you have to look for a dirty ghost? Wouldn't it be easier to kill him? Person, yes, but that spectrum is something important. Issei, wow, so those cute boys are looking for me, hey, this will be something fun. Issei only had one hand over his eye as he watched those two people continue to search for him. Issei, this will be quick and easy. The brown-haired boy just jumped, while he slowly descended to the ground. When the people were going to comment on something, a cloud of dust covered them, while they watched as a figure formed in the center of that cloud of dust. Issei, well, so you're the people who were looking for me. Person, damn, run now. The person couldn't finish speaking, as his chest was pierced by a small energy laser. Issei, you should come with me to play, you know, after all, being locked up for so long isn't that much fun. When the other person was about to run, he was entangled by some threads. Issei, hey, calm down, this will be quick and painless. The person could only see how the brown-haired boy's eyes shone with a crimson-reddish hue. After a while, the two knights were just dying while the brown-haired boy had a little blood on his face. Issei, finally, this body is not only more than magnificent, but it even has almost all of my abilities mastered. This is more than inspiring. I thought that the new specters no longer even cared about having this level of power, but I think I was wrong. This is more than fun. Somewhere else. Pandora was only with Hiroki and Saito. Pandora, he seriously beat you up, and you couldn't even do anything. Hiroki, I know it's hard to believe, knowing that the most handsome of Poseidon's knights couldn't even do anything. Lucy, I bet where. Saito, that's not the important thing now, but the big problem that may be now. Hiroki, what do you mean? Saito, his voice was different, and apart from that his speed and his aura, I know that it is normal for specters to have a certain dark aura, but Issei's far surpassed all of those. Pandora, dark aura? What are you talking about? Saito, if you feel the auras of others you can realize it. Lucy's is nice and pure, mine is pleasant and gives confidence. But if you feel yours, you can realize that it is somewhat dark and detestable, without offending. Pandora, calm down, other than that you're right. Hiroki, and mine as it is. Pandora, yours doesn't matter. Hiroki, ha, that means you're jealous that mine is pure and not violent. Saitotu, aura is actually that of a fish. Lucy, you're right. Pandora, I agree with you. Hiroki, why me? Saito and the others were just running while searching for Issei's cosmos. With Issei. Issei was alone in a cake shop while eating some slices of cakes. Issei, how I miss the rich taste of these beauties. All the people around the chestnut were surprised by all the slices of cake he ate, and even more so with the armor he was wearing. Issei, sir, these are the best cakes I have ever tasted in my life. It is a taste of the gods. Person, thank you very much, sir. It is a great honor to know that someone likes my cakes so much, but I have a question, sir. Issei, come on, tell me, I will answer it with pleasure. Person, why do you use that armor? Issei, this old armor is just to represent my loyalty to Lord Hades, and calm down, I'm not here to eliminate humans without the order of my Lord Hades, but that can change my mind. The person just left as he went straight to the kitchen while hiding from the chestnut tree. Issei, this is still very delicious. Issei only changed his face when a certain group of knights entered straight through the window. Issei, congratulations, you are a nuisance to me, now tell me what you want, before I kill you. Saito, hey, stop, I don't even know what's wrong with you, and I don't want to hit a friend. Issei, it's a joke, right? I, a specter of such a high level, being friends with a knight of the unpleasant Athena, that must be a joke. Hiroki, you've got me tired. If you don't come by good means, then you'll come by bad means. Hiroki just went at a great speed that surprised the brown-haired boy somewhat, but Issei just moved his hand and Hiroki was tangled in some threads that Issei had. Issei, shut your mouth, Knight of Poseidon. Before the brunette could do anything, his threads broke and Issei could see that they were frozen. Issei, well, it seems that I will have to take charge. Saito only had one hand raised, but his gaze was serious, and with a cold voice he said, Hey, if you don't stop, I won't put up with anything. The brunette just gave a mocking look as he began to laugh. Issei, the Athena Knights don't change with anything. You had the perfect opportunity to freeze me and you decided to freeze my threads. That is a disappointment. When Saito was about to move, he could see how his friend's hair slowly turned white. Issei, come and show me what you're capable of, Aquarius Knight. Saito just went straight at Issei, but Issei just moved his hands as he slowly entangled Saito with his threads. When he finally managed to entangle Saito with his threads, all of Issei's threads began to break too easily. Issei, surprising, it's extremely surprising. It seems that the current knights are not as useless as I thought. I just hope you don't disappoint me. When the chestnut was about to do something, he received a strong blow from Pandora on the head. Pandora, I wonder what the hell you're doing, you idiot. What's more, why the hell are you fighting? Issei only saw that behind Hiroki and Saito were Pandora and Lucy. He was just surprised by the beautiful women he was seeing. Issei, what beauties, why didn't you tell me that some beautiful ladies were here, then I would have behaved better. Pandora, something definitely fell on her head. Issei, tell me beautiful ladies, what are you doing here? Pandora, don't you recognize me? Issei just looked at her a little longer and said, Issei, Miss Pandora, what are you doing here, especially with these golden knights? You shouldn't be next to Mr. Hades. Pandora, hey, what the hell is wrong with you? Since when do you start talking like that? Besides, those golden-haired people are our allies. Issei, what did you definitely do to Miss Pandora, you dirty golden knights? Pandora was only somewhat surprised by the way the brunette expressed himself, but she was somewhat afraid when she saw Issei's eyes turn a deep red, and even more so when she saw the strands of white hair getting longer and longer. Issei, but well, they don't do dirty tricks, which means that you betrayed Lord Hades, no. Pandora, stop talking nonsense and come now. Issei, Miss Pandora, it was a great pleasure to have met you, but it is a great betrayal to know that you are leaving the specters. Issei just moved his hand straight to Pandora's chest to pierce her, but was stopped by Thanatos. Thanatos, it's weird seeing old friends again, you know. Issei, Mr. Thanatos, what are you doing here? I thought you were still with Mr. Hades. You should have let me know so I could take off these rags and put on better clothes. Thanatos, how I hate to see you again. Issei, it's not my fault that he's more handsome and elegant. Pandora, Mr. Thanatos, what's happening? Thanatos, you're okay, Pandora. Pandora, of course, but what happened for you to appear? Thanatos, he is the problem. Issei just had a big smile, while all his hair turned completely white, and his eyes turned even redder. The brown-haired boy only said that he was offered to Thanatos, to protect the traitor. Thanatos, wow, you still haven't even changed. Issei just moved at high speed, while entangling Thanatos with his threads, and with a great shout he said, "This will be your end, stupid Thanatos." Thanatos just raised his hand and with a cold voice said, "Thanatos, terrible providence." When Thanatos said that, Issei just flew straight into a wall, while a large sphere of energy hit Issei. Issei, it seems that you haven't changed that much, you're still the strongest of all. But this will be your end, Dream Eater. When the brown-haired boy was about to invoke his attack, the brown-haired boy's entire body exploded in blood. Issei only had a surprised look as he never thought that attack would affect him so much. Issei, my body can't even withstand the attack, that's impossible. Thanatos, when I felt your dirty aura I knew who you were. Megai Sankyoto, the specter who tried to kill Hades. Issei, it seems that you discovered me. You know that this is not even my original body, but it is something beautiful after all. Pandora, he is Megai Sankyoto, the specter who went against Hades' orders. Thanatos, that's right, it seems that he managed to temporarily change souls with Issei. That means that he will be somewhere in lower purgatory. Apart from that, it was too easy to identify him. In the end, he is one of the very few specters who speak in such a delicate way. Sankyoto, well then this is not over yet. Sankyoto alone went against Thanatos again, but this time Lucy gave him a strong blow that sent him to the ground. Lucy, I don't know what's going on here anymore, but if he's not Issei, that means I can't forgive his insolence towards Miss Athena. Thanatos, do whatever you want, but be very careful. Elsewhere. A chestnut was waking up while he was in an old uniform. Issei, what the hell, ha? Issei only held his abdomen, while looking at his surroundings. Issei, what is this place? Voice, you finally wake up, I thought you were dead when you came in. The brown-haired boy was just a little scared to hear the voice, but then he said in a firm voice. Issei, where are you? When the brown-haired boy said that, a shadow was forming in front of Issei. Shadow, long time no see, Issei-kun. Issei, laugh. With the knights. Lucy was just landing blow after blow, while Sankyoto was having a hard time dodging the woman's attacks. Lucy, come on, that's the best you've got. Sankyoto, don't let your guard down, girl. The albino only entangled Lucy's hand with his threads, and the threads cut the woman's hand a little, but Lucy broke them easily, while slowly her aura became present. Lucy, the first reason why I didn't attack you at first was because you were someone important to me, but now I see that you are not that person I know. Lucy just made a big cut to Sankyoto's chest, but Sankyoto with a mocking voice said, Sankyoto, you know if you kill me I'll still be alive. In the end this is that idiot's body. Lucy just gave the albino a strong kick in the face, and with a cold voice said, If you speak again I will have no more mercy on you. Lucy's mind. Lucy, hell if I hit wrong I'll end up with Issei's body. With Issei. Issei was just confused why she was with him. Rias, what's wrong Issei-kun, don't you love me? Issei, what the hell is going on here? Rias, I just came to see you why you had me worried, that you no longer want to taste the sweet flavor of my body, Issei-kun. Issei just went straight to deliver a direct hit to Rias, but when he touched Rias a large cloud of dust formed around him. Issei, where the hell did he go? Rias, I'm here, Issei-kun. Issei, I don't know what's happening, but I won't let you hurt me again. Rias, I'm so happy knowing that you still love me, Issei-kun. Chapter 13. Broken Soul. How much time has passed? I think I can even say that I'm already dead. A brown-haired boy was sitting on a rock while his hands and legs were bloody. Drops and drops of blood could be heard falling and hitting the ground while a dark water began to swallow Issei slowly. The brown-haired boy wondered if this was some punishment for his mistakes. While beside him a certain voice of a crimson-haired girl reproached him for why he abandoned her. Exterior. A certain woman was fighting while her armor shone with a deep gold. She was just upset as she watched a certain albino bother him. Come on, is that all the power of a dirty gold knight? It's a big disappointment. The albino received a strong blow to his face while Lucy had a serious look. Is that all your power? If so, you won't even be able to continue talking. Lucy said while clenching her fists tightly, but unfortunately one of Lucy's hands was tangled in Sankyoto's threads. You want to see my power, girl? Then I will show you what I am capable of. When Sankyoto finished saying that, Lucy's arm moved forcefully and went straight towards his eye, while a psychotic laugh was present in the environment. Drop, 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 is what Sankyoto said while he watched as the girl unruly arm and how one of her hands was somewhat cut off. Your dirty tricks won't work against me. Don't think that someone like you will defeat me so easily. Lucy was just upset as she watched the albino's furious face, but after a few moments she saw that dirty smile again and saw how he slowly approached her and with a strong punch tried to hit her, but she could hear how the albino's arm just thundered, while she was sent against the wall. I'm tired of games, I'm going to destroy this body that you love so much, and you will see desperation in person. When Sankyoto finished saying that, he went against Lucy again, while he laughed at seeing how the girl was powerless to do anything. Each blow that the albino gave made a track sound from his own arms. Lucy was scared as she saw how the albino broke his arms with each hit. Come on, sir, can't you hit me, or did the mouse eat your tongue? After Sankyoto said that, Lucy couldn't lift her arms while thinking about how hard he hit her. Somewhere else. A brown-haired boy had a lost look while he was lying in a lake of dark water. He wondered why that happened, why no one was with him, while he was tortured by Rias's voice. You know that the demonic faction loved you so much, you know that my love was always eternal for you, so tell me why you abandoned us, why you abandoned me, my dear Issei. Rias said in a mocking voice. The brunette's body slowly submerged in the dark lake while his eyes lost their shine. It seemed as if every second his soul ceased to exist and was sent to another place, or possibly was devoured by the place. Why is this happening? The brown-haired boy said as he closed his eyes. Abroad. Lucy dodged Sankyoto's attacks. The two ran fiercely as blood fell to the ground. Pandora was worried about Issei while Thanatos watched the fight with a serious face. Mr. Thanatos, why did this happen? Said Pandora with a sad and worried face. The Thanos closed his eyes momentarily and after a few seconds he sighed and said, Sankyoto was the most loyal spectre of all. He was the spectre who would do anything for Lord Hades. Locked up, cornered, mutilated, no one was even able to bring him back to death. But one day he went crazy. Many would say it was because of all the time of battles and deaths he did. But no. His wish was to be a judge of the underworld, to be much closer to Lord Hades, seeing that his only wish was not fulfilled. He caused a massacre throughout the underworld. The judges of the underworld were not even able to contain his power. Then Lord Hades told my brother to take care of him. My brother took about 30 minutes fighting him, and after that Sankyoto died and all his power was fused with his armor. That's what my brother told me. But I think something is wrong with the story. The reason is that Sankyoto appreciated the life of any being, and even if his wishes have not been fulfilled, he never stopped loving that. Pandora was surprised when she heard what the Thanos told her, since in all her stay in the underworld she had never heard anything about him, perhaps small murmurs about his name but never his story. Come on, this is beautiful. This reminds me that I'm still alive, keep going, keep fighting, Golden Knight. Lucy was increasingly in trouble as each blow she received was twice as strong. Every second that passed in the fight it seemed that her enemy was adapting to her fighting style. What the hell is going on with that guy? It seems that my blows and my techniques no longer have any effect on him. Shit, if I don't do something, I'll die. After Lucy said that, she grabbed her staff and with great speed it pierced Sankyoto's abdomen and shouted energy absorption. The albino's body was drained while Lucy's wounds healed very quickly. Don't think that techniques like that can do me any harm, you butterfly cocoon. Lucy saw how threads grabbed her and began to wrap around her. While her entire body was shortened by the threads, she continued to hold her staff while the two of them increasingly approached their limit, but a purple attack caused Sankyoto to fly with force towards the wall. Thanatos, enough of the jokes. Lucy-san, leave the rest to me. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I see that he has almost completely adapted to your fighting style. If this continues, you will die against him. And now I don't want any problems with any battle. Thanatos approached the albino calmly as he watched him get up. Sankyoto's body was almost destroyed while one of his eyes was bleeding. Oh, all great powerful Thanatos, you are still the sweet and adorable person. You care about all your friends. But what happened to the great Thanatos who kills without compassion, the one who did not hesitate to kill someone if they looked at him wrong, all because of Hades, all because of his damn fault? Sankyoto was sent flying as his entire armor shattered into small pieces, and Thanatos said, "Don't you dare say anything about Lord Hades. If he asks for a change, we obey. He is the king of the underworld, and if he orders something, we do it, you understand." Thanatos stared at Sankyoto while the albino said, "Why, Lord Hades, why did you have to fall in love? If only you had stopped it long ago, none of this would be happening." Sankyoto fell to the ground while everyone around him looked at him. Lord Thanatos, how could such a strong spectre be capable of falling into betrayal? Pandora saw how Thanatos was silent with a serious look, but he said, "When the specters were still enemies of the Golden Knights, when everything happened with Lord Hades, that time was a big surprise for everyone. Many of the specters had incredible power. It wasn't even compared to other years. It's like those years we could finally finish off Athena. Not only was I one of the best specters, I was number one in all of them. My life was and will be to finish off my enemies, not to form friendships. That was the deal I made to Mr. Hades for him to come back. But he was the one who betrayed the trust of his specters and sealed many of the strongest with such a stupid order that life is appreciated." Thanatos looked silently at his companion. He knew that everything he said was true. No one but his brother knows why Hades changed. "Tell me, Thanatos, you were happy seeing how your best students and companions were sealed. You were even happy to see that those who gave life and blood to Lord Hades were sealed for no reason." As Sankyoto began to walk, a purple aura was present in him. With his fists clenching his flesh, slowly blood began to come out. Drops and drops fell from the albino's hand while Sankyoto, looking at Thanatos, said, "I will remember you, Thanatos, because I was number one in the underworld." Thanatos with doubt only extended his hand to carry out his attack. But he could not forget that in front of him was his student and his former comrade who shared battles for the same purpose. Sankyoto, infinite prison. Thanatos lowered his hand as he waited for his friend's move, but saw how everything around him transformed into a pocket dimension, a technique that only the judges of the underworld could successfully achieve. Thanatos, how much potential Lord Hades has wasted. Sankyoto stared at Thanatos while the gold saints felt that aura growing stronger and stronger. "What is this? I feel like my whole body is carrying tons of weight," Lucy said while holding on to his neck because she couldn't breathe well. "Lord Thanatos, this will be my last battle, so show me one last time how ruthless we once were." Finishing saying that, Sankyoto went straight against Thanatos, but he was already in front of him, and quickly at a short distance Thanatos did his technique, while saying, "Remembering the past is a luxury I cannot afford." When he finished saying that, Sankyoto fell to the floor with his chest crossed. Somewhere else. Everything collapses, everything perishes, my dear Issei. Issei was submerged in a dark lake. His entire body was tied in the depths of the lake, listening to the same voice of Rias. What an interesting human. That was the only thing I heard, but between murmurs he said, "That's not Rias's voice. I don't even feel like she blamed me for anything." The chestnut tree slowly and somewhat clumsily tried to get out of the lake that was devouring his soul and his strength, while the voice told him that his time was running out in a gentle and light way. "Issei, Not yet, I can't lose yet, it's foolish to accept defeat without even fighting. While the entire place was filled with great darkness and thick fog, Issei tried hard to get out of the lake. Every time the brown-haired boy tried, he felt like all his strength disappeared. He felt as if a weight was taking him much lower than where he already was. But he could hear a voice telling him, "You want to get out of this little place? I can help you in exchange for something." Issei looked around trying to find the person who told him that. "There is no time. I don't even know if it is something good or bad. I have to get out of here." Issei repeated himself over and over again while he whispered, "I accept the deal, I accept the condition, just return me to my world, please. Everything will pass, but in exchange for having a part of your life you will be returned to your world." Issei saw how a darkness surrounded him, while a small light appeared at the end of all the darkness.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.